6 yet. Fuck, I thought it was late.
No, you're not late. You're just on time. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to I didn't know what to title this, the NFL After 9, the NFL 2025 Fantasy Draft Results After 9. Who knows, but just like we did last year, we're doing it After 9, and I will explain what happened here. So, we are here with myself, the number one Sam Darnold fan, Travis Snell, which is a perfect name. Perfect name. I don't know what Kirklin's talking about. Perfect name. And we're joined by...
I am better luck next year. Kirklin Patzer.
Better luck next year. Yeah, I was trying to find...
The former Sam Darnold fan.
I was trying to find our entire... the ranking, but after I gotta go maybe the app, but the website once the season ends for Sleeper is awful. Even last year trying to find what our rankings was.
Oh, I thought they had the previous years.
They do, but it's like it's put in like a weird spot or something like that. Like, but right now I'm on it's showing me like it's already ready. Yeah, and it's already ready for this year. It's like just showing everyone at 0-0-0. But what this is
previous season. Here you go.
Okay, keep that up. Keep that up for after. Yeah, we'll wait till everyone's in the room. And we'll go over it again. But yeah, so what this is, it's a kind of a double where if you're a football fan, you'll enjoy probably the first half of this, and if you're not, then you'll enjoy the second half. Because what we do is there is a copious amount of pools. There's 3 pools. There's our fantasy draft. There's the playoff pool. What's the other one? Oh, there was a win you're in sort of pool. Manny has he's the pool master, you know? So this year, what we've deemed is obviously the winners get to pick a movie. We'll see if Detail joins us. If he does not join us, I'll read off his review because he was the loser of the fantasy draft. I'll at least reveal that. I made him watch a Siberian film, which is one of the most grotesque films you can ever watch. I'll save his full review for a bit. If he comes on, I'll ask him. But then in the good sense, we're going to be reviewing The Prestige, we're going to be reviewing The Replacements, and we're going to be reviewing Tusk. Because Tusk, yeah, that's when you won, right, Kirklin? Because you won the when you're in.
The Survivor pool, I think is what it was called. You pick one team every week to win. You can only pick one team once. So it was fun. Yeah. It ended early.
It ended quick.
There was some upsets for sure, but I ended up pulling out on that one. So I was pretty happy with it. That was like my one win this entire NFL season, unfortunately. But
you had 3. Yeah. You had 3 at least, or didn't you have 4? We were pretty close in record. Like, that win. I thought you meant in your
just
actual
total wins.
Season. Like,
just total.
Don't even want to go on. Like, and I'll wait till the link's there now so people will join. We're not live today. If people were wondering, oh, did I miss this because Marvel Alliance is 6, so I didn't want to ruin their live time. But man, this
season
shut them
down.
Yeah, like we said,
NFL night.
Close all the channels there. If people don't know, so it's us and some patrons, some listeners. We get a fantasy draft. So if you want to, the best thing is if you like football or want to join us next year, join the Discord. Click the solo link down below that has our link for everything. And the Discord link does not change at all anymore. It is one solid link. We talk football all year. Obviously, it's a little quiet during the off season, but there's still memes and sprinkling of other sports and stuff. So we got that. We got channels for everything. So check out that, and then lots of content on the theater right now. Golden Geeks is hot and heavy. MCU Golden Geeks just dropped. Draft is starting. We got tons of retros. You ready for that next week, Kirkland? We got 2 Resident Evil retros, a Punisher retro. What else? What is the other? We were reviewing something else too, I thought. And these are for Patreon producers, as we've said. The flashback episode, right? We're going to be talking about our 3rd episode of all time. Dylan's going to have that prepared. We have to check with it. I've been half listening to it. I'm going to save my thoughts. Hate listening to it. Absolutely hate listening to it. But as we said before, there is a schedule for the year based on the tiers. But if you become a Patreon producer, you get everything early. The second it's recorded. Shout out to our Patreon producers, Aaron Braden, April Darkness, Jack Grant, Super Bad Mike, God Loves Me 69, Normanus Fetus, Hidalgo, Lenny Kravitz, Cocktail Clay, John No H, Sam Green, and John with an M. So,
John with an M?
No, it's just because John with no N, H, and then John. He's just John M.
Okay.
But
I was thrown off for a second.
Yeah. But so this was an interesting season. We'll wait to fully deep dive into it. What were you gonna say, sir?
Yeah.
You're gonna talk about the season, weren't you?
Sure, yeah. I was going to talk about the season. It was funny.
Imagine no one joins for the 2 hours. And it's just you and I talking about these movies. It's just I was like, yeah, Travis, let's do an after 9. It's just they just wanted to hear us review them, the bastards. Yeah,
we're just stretching out this 2-hour-long episode.
Yeah.
But no, this was it's been an interesting ride because as of last year, that was like my first year actually following the NFL and participating in fantasy football. I chose a team last year who had a fantastic record. It was a really exciting time, and then I feel like this year was very, very important for me as a football fan now because it really set in the reality of what NFL football is and choosing a team to follow is like it's literally just back-to-back disappointments and failure. Every year only one team wins and sometimes you get on a ride, but it's just like it's mostly disappointment. I feel like a lot of good teams also that are like the set favorites, injuries are like pretty much the one thing that is like
I'm going to talk about it. Think about the Colts, man. The Colts were the favorite for like over a season of a half. Like, oh, they're the guys. That's it. And no, one injury.
Indiana Jones.
Danny's done. Yeah, he's done.
Yeah.
Boulder got him.
And it's like so hard to predict too, like what's going to be coming up on who's going to be the favorites or whatnot, just because of injuries, longevity, trades,
easy,
or you know,
we're repeating this year. Go Hawks! I'm a Hawks fan now, man.
You gotta get a Darnold jersey now because you said that was your role, right? If they're Super Bowl winners, then you get.
Yeah, but I feel that's too bandwagoning for me. Honestly, my story.
You get for Emily, isn't she a Hawks fan?
She is, but I don't think she wants a full-on jersey. Let's hear it, babe. All the kids. No, my story is, I'll tell this quickly so we don't get in the season without the boys. Because I'm a Packers fan. I'm used to disappointment. We have one of the worst blown leads of all time. Not only do we not fire Matt LaFleur, we give him an extension. Fuck yeah, that's what we do over here in Green Bay.
You have the most wins in like NFL history though.
Where's the most trophy? Okay, no, the trophies. But I'm saying Matt LaFleur. They always throw the stupid stat up of the most winningest coach in Packers history. Yeah, well, I'm not wearing a Packers 20 whatever NFC champions jersey or a Super Bowl jersey, but quickly before I tell my story, we'll bring in. He did warn us, and this is just he's always on the move. You know, the trivia day, and now here John is in his car.
He has to keep swimming, or he'll just die.
One day we're gonna see this man on the FBI Most Wanted, and we'll be like, oh, it completely makes sense. That's how they caught him through our stream. But how's it going, John?
Looking sharp.
Good. Thank you. I just got out of work. Yeah, I noticed that every time I hopped on After 9 or trivia, I'm always walking around somewhere or in an undisclosed location. I found that's what I do in After 9.
One day we'll get you sat down in a chair, but that's okay. And yeah, we know you got to leave a bit earlier, but we'll make sure to hit your thoughts up. But Kirklin asked me if I was going to buy a jersey because I told him the only way I buy jerseys, maybe this sounds like a bad fan, but I buy them as like a commemorative thing. So when Rodgers and the company won the Super Bowl, I bought a jersey and wore it. I was going for the Hawks, and I consider myself a Hawks fan, but I'm too new to be in that sort of club. Like, to me, with the Commanders, I was never a Commanders fan, but because I just sniped Daniels in the draft and he just rose up, I felt like, oh, I found something, where like the Hawks, like, I did have JSN in my draft, and I had Darnold at some points, but I felt like I became a fan throughout the season. But that's too much of a bandwagon for me just to get the jersey then, because I've told the story a couple times. Is here where we are in Kelowna, BC, closest place to us in America is Seattle. And anytime Seattle's doing anything good in sports, it's like everyone, Hawks have been my favorite team. I love the Seahawks. People that I've never ever heard say anything about a single game of football, they're like, you going for the Hawks? So almost like out of like necessity, like I'm not cheering for the Hawks. I never did, other than when they versed Patriots the last time, but I was always just because everyone, even people in my family are like, oh, go Hawks. It's like, Mom, you don't watch a fucking game,
right? Like
Classic bandwagon.
That's like our Canada team.
Yeah, well, Toronto is
Seattle's
Canada,
like...
though. Toronto is in Canada.
But Seattle is. We've said this multiple times. It's like basically Canada. It's like the same thing as Vancouver.
It's the most Canadian American place, and just like Toronto's most American Canadian place. So that's why, honestly, if now I consider myself an actual fan of the Hawks, it is Darnold was two things of one. Just we'll go over it, but to bug Kirkland forever. But I did love the story of this guy that's been on 5 different teams, could never get it right now either. And then with JSN, like obviously we talk about when we draft people, we watch them, and he was just like the Commanders for me. Anytime he was on field was so fun. So now I can say I am a Hawks fan or a fan of these people, but I'm not going to But like next year if they win, and then maybe I'll be like, okay, I'll get a jersey. I would feel too bandwagon and be like, I just adopted them this year and get a jersey. You know, do I think they're actually gonna repeat? No, but go Hawks! It's gonna happen.
We should have had a bet with Kirklin at the beginning of the playoffs that if Seattle won, he would have to buy a Sam Darnold jersey from Seattle.
We should
and make him wear it tonight. That would have been great.
Yeah, but none of us had that. None of us pegged that actually happening. But we'll bring.
I was convinced the Rams were winning.
Yeah. I was happy I picked. I was when we had to pick. I did feel Hawks because it felt like they just had that momentum. They just felt like they were starting the roll. But we're talking about Canadians, Mike. What happens over there? Because obviously where you are, you're not as close to Seattle as we are. But is it the same thing when Seattle's in, like the past few years, like decades, when they've gone to the playoffs? Have you gone the like, well, we should root for them, or what is it like where you live?
No. To be fair, I do not talk with many friends in my area that are football fans, so it's mostly with my dad, and he's a Jets fan. God bless his soul.
No!
God bless his soul.
Does he still get enjoyment out of these games, or he's just sitting in his chair, just looking like the Crypt Keeper, just mad at life, just like the Jets again?
That's a damn good question, because every year he goes in with hope, and every year that hope is dashed. So.
He's like that video of the Jets, that young guy is like, I was raised with a team, my family, but I hate this team, man. I hate coming to these games. I hate watching this sport. It's like, you got to change at that point. But, yeah.
My favorite Jets moment this year was, I think it was game 3 against the Bucks, where I think they scored a special teams touchdown, and Aaron Glenn just did that dance along the sidelines.
Yeah. The run.
Do you remember? He ended up losing the game.
Poor guy. That's a guy that, like, I liked his vibe. I liked him. You want him to do well, but yeah, Jets are definitely one of your more cursed teams out there. Like
they had Darnold too, right? At one point,
they did have him.
They drafted him.
Yeah. and he had some good words about them. He just said he was disappointed he couldn't, give them anything. But I feel like with Vikings, Packers, like even John's team with Giants, like you go through rough patch. Obviously, you're I think in quite a rough patch right now, John. Like you've been there for a little bit, but Jets have just been a rough patch. Like
yes, rough patch.
Yeah, I feel like there's 2 times in my life is when Favre was there. And that didn't end up that well. And then like Mark Sanchez, who had an interesting season this year.
There was the hope of Rodgers that one year, and then that was quickly dashed the first game.
The flag, man.
First play, first like 2 plays.
It was the Achilles. And the next season, he got everyone fired on that team and then left after being like, I just hate these people. They're the worst type of people I've ever played with. But no. So yeah, that's for people that don't know, we alluded to it, but I was very happy that Sam Darnold. Kirklin avoided the Super Bowl newscast. I was so excited. I was hyped, so now I'm cooled down, but I was so excited because Kirklin knows now until we die every year I'm gonna, because not like I liked getting that pizza bet. That was such a long-term call, Kirkland, me calling that out, saying the Vikings aren't going to get them. But you know why? Because it specifically was on Sam Darnold. I said, why did they let him go? So that's what makes me feel better about it. And forever, I'm going to bring up this. And if I felt better, I should have brought a Sam Darnold jersey. But again, I feel too fraudulent doing that right now. But next year if it happens, I'll buy 2. I'll buy one for myself and make Kirkland wear the Seahawks one as well.
I'll wear it. I'll absolutely wear it.
Yeah. Jeez.
It's worse because they had Daniel Jones too. They let both of them go.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And now
for JJ.
Gone.
Yeah, for JJ. Yeah. Yeah. So speaking of JJ, I did have something here where
I knew you had something. I couldn't even find it when I was looking for it earlier.
How did you know I had something?
It's just by your eyes.
Oh,
I've been doing this a long time with you. I can see when you're digging.
I'm no like savant like Taylor Field, but I did try to make. I tried to get like an AI to fix it, and it kept like I don't know if I still. I don't think I have it. The AI ones were making you look like it looked a little bit like your bone structure, but none of your features were the same. But that's the best I could do in like 15 minutes was that. And yeah, that I'm very curious how his season goes next year. It's not only do you have like a bad season, I don't think. Now we're in the internet age, so that's what happens. I've never seen a quarterback memed on as much as this guy in 1 year. Yeah. The fact that this image, any player, any coach, any receiver, they're doing bad. Like that doesn't even happen in movies. It happens sometimes in wrestling, but like in football, the fact that you just, man, I hope he deactivated. I hope like no apps on his phone, social media. He doesn't look because you're just the fate. Like
I feel like he's pretty.
In fairness, he did it to himself. like with all this hype and how he gets ramped up before games, how he has this alter ego. He hasn't done anything in the league, and he's just like this different person. Yeah, he's a different person that throws 3 picks a game. I mean, that's what we got so far.
Yeah. And how do you feel about that, Kirklin? You're a Vikings fan, so you got that to look forward to next year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that there's some interesting, at least some support around him, because like just the setup around the quarterback position for the Vikings this year was, I feel like, just horrible. Like especially in hindsight, looking at this guy that's like completely unproven, he had like no support system. Carson Wentz had like a moment, but his shoulder was just so fucked that like he couldn't even play at all after however many games he did end up starting. And just like what's the plan B? Like
I have a prediction. I think the Vikings trade for Kyler Murray.
I have seen that buzz going around. I've seen a lot of names going around. It's like it's hard to kind of see what is true or not, murmurs. But yeah, I don't know really anything about Kyler Murray other than he's like 4 feet tall. But yeah,
maybe that's what they need. They can't hit him.
A lot of Cardinals players. But
he's very talented. He's a very talented player. He just hasn't had the best coaching. And I think Kevin O'Connell.
Who's the Colts guy that got replaced too? I saw that name thrown around.
Anthony Richardson.
Yeah,
that wouldn't be a bad. I mean, he's still young. I think Kyler would probably be a better fit because he's more of a veteran, and I think Kevin O'Connell can have a bigger impact on him.
Yeah,
but you need another QB to challenge 9.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and hopefully somebody that's veteran and has been around for a long time, because that's the hardest part about losing. You know, Sam Darnold, the meme aside, but like Daniel Jones, and I think there was another vet that they had in the quarterback room at the end of last year that they ended up just saying goodbye to at the end of the season. I can't remember, because the QB room was stacked at the end of last season. We had like 5 quarterbacks.
I heard they actually turned Tom Brady away too. He wanted to come back and play the Vikings. They said, "No, we got JJ."
No, that was my fantasy team. that was we said goodbye to.
Yeah, you should have. I offered Kirkland many times on the fantasy draft Tom Brady to trade for. He was there. he never accepted him. You know, so
I remember that.
Yeah, it was a bad year for the Vikings. It was even a worse year for for my fantasy team this year. But I learned my lesson not to put all my eggs in my in my bias pick of picking mostly Vikings players. That kind of shot myself in the foot, especially when they obviously weren't getting points for fantasy.
It would sometimes work for Clay and Mike. Mike had the Cowboys connection going on,
which completely happened by accident, because after Jackson kind of went sideways, I had to quickly scramble something together, and it ended up working out pretty well. So I'm happy about that.
You got them in the best times, and then Clay had the Lions, which obviously they were very hot and cold this year, but they worked out quite well for him. I did feel bad though, because I feel like there was multiple weeks he had Josh Allen and he just wouldn't play him. And then I can't remember. I think it was week 1 of the playoffs. He did play Josh Allen, and it went terrible for him. It was like a really bad Josh Allen game. Yeah. So, but
he was pretty hot and cold this year.
Oh, yes, and then like mostly cold near the end. I know the playoffs. That's something. That's there's a lot of interesting storylines that are going to head into next year with like Allen, and see how he's going to pick up. See which I think Kelsey's coming back, if that whole thing's going to be run back, and see if they can like rebound or if it's over and what the deal is. So, and I'm excited to just watch my fucking Packers go 8-9 and do the exact same thing over again.
Did I miss the Travis rant?
I ranted like a little. I ranted like a little bit. I that's where it's just like, because Kirk was talking about being disappointed, and I'll bring in another Canadian. You're outnumbered right now, John. But
the champ is here, boys.
The champ is here. My goodness, congratulations, man, on the win. You went from last to first. That's an incredible feat. So I guess I'll go back to the back after. How did it feel? Because last year, you took a beating, and I know that's like now, because there's nothing worse than going weeks without a win. Like, I think last year I was in the middle. I think I finished like 4th or 5th, or maybe 5th or I don't know. But like when you're in the middle, if you got like an even record, that's okay. When you have those, you win one, and it's like 5 weeks. I eventually went bad. The first few weeks were awful when it's like Maddie beat me the first week, but I could have beat everybody else. And then there's little shit like Kirkland beat me when like Jane Daniels went down quarter
off.
Well, that
33 points on my defense.
And then the second time we versed, like Jane Daniels like went down quarter 1. I was like, well, that's it for So there's definitely some games I got destroyed in, but I had a streak of like 6 games in a row where I couldn't do anything. And then I got a couple wins and nothing. I absolutely hated fantasy football this year. It's fun to play it. I'm ready for next year. But waking up on that Thursday and you're seeing like 1-7, and I'm like, I got to make my roster. Like, do I care to make this? And I see the projection. It's like, you're projected 89 points. Clay's projected at 217. You're like, what do I do?
Those projections can be pretty tricky, okay? You don't trust them.
They can, but it's deflating when you see it like that. And you're like, I could do the best of my roster, and I won't even win. Like, I won't even get enough points to win this. But
you made a lead push, though. You made a lead push. It's because you had that losing streak, then you dig yourself a hole, and you made a little push at the end, at least.
If I could have beat Kirklin one of those times, I would have at least made it to the playoffs. And it would have changed it all. I would have won it, Manny. It would have been over for you. It wouldn't happen. No.
It was the Cinderella story this year. Like you said, last to first, I had to make that flip. It worked out perfectly.
Yeah,
you earned it after you destroyed me in that pre-final final week there. The 48 points, I think. You
gave me a scare, man. I thought that I was in the bag, and you always you just weren't going away. You're always hanging in there. No, seriously, you gave me a real scare.
Yeah, that was a tricky one, but hey, you know what? I think it was you and me really in the last and before last place last year. So the fact that we managed to make it to the top three this year, pretty damn good, I would say.
We flipped around, and Dalton went the other way, unfortunately.
He didn't. He paid for it. I don't know if he's joining tonight, but I was very glad that the Siberian film got picked because, like as I said before, that's a film that went around in high school, and it was just it was one of those, like, we've talked this before, where it's like Two Girls in One Cup, the pickle video, the horse video, like all this stuff was going around high school, and the Siberian film was definitely one where it's like, oh, have you seen this thing? And Kirklin, have you seen it?
No, I'm so glad I didn't lose.
Well, if you lose next year, I'm putting it back in the pool. I'm putting it back. I think every year it's not me. I'm gonna put. And honestly, if it was me, you could put in the pool because I've only seen the one time. That was enough for me. It is a god awful. Has anyone else seen it here?
I read the Wikipedia plot summary of it. That was enough.
Yeah. How was that, Mike? How was it?
It's almost unbelievable. I'm wondering to myself, how the hell did they even put this on screen?
Yeah, it definitely feels like close to like snub film. Kirkland, I don't know if it's long. I'm gonna say it's maybe 2 hours, but it feels a lot longer.
It's like Faces of Death back in the day. That was a big thing too.
Yeah, aren't they making a new one or something like that?
It's not actual, because Faces of Death was actual, like, deaths on film. That was the whole point of it. I think it's like it's gonna be like a send up of it. But yeah, those I saw a couple of clips of those back in the day, and that's still haunts me to this day sometimes.
Travis, that's exactly why though. When I saw you pick that movie, and the tie was between that and the Last Airbender, and I saw that Dalton voted for that, so I was like, we can't let him get off that easily. Like, if he's voting for Last Airbender, either he's seen it or he's not that scared to watch it. So I was like, no, we gotta give him something more serious.
Yeah, it's a literally, if people don't know, it's literally called A Siberian Film. It's an hour and 44 minutes there, Kirkland. I'll just get the plot synopsis. An aging porn star agrees to participate in an art film, quotation marks, in order to make a clean break from the business, only to discover that he has been drafted into making pedophilia and necrophilia themed snuff films. And I'll pull up his review because I don't think he's joining us tonight. But before I pull it up, Clay, how's it going, sir? Not from your vehicle this time. John's in his vehicle, but you're not. Usually you're there. So how are you doing?
I'm at my house. Good to see you guys. Can you hear me? Okay.
We can hear you. Yeah,
pretty good.
Okay, cool. Yeah. No. Yeah, doing well. Glad to not be in my car from the comfort of my home. Nice cold.
Clay, what was with the letterbox change up to? Why is this now your profile picture of Kevin
I don't know.
James?
I found it in my camera roll and thought it was funny and weird.
I just didn't know it was you.
I
saw Kevin James in my more. He literally did. Detail said he was going to watch Paddington as a cleanser. He did watch Paddington.
Yeah,
as
I saw
cleanser.
that.
He literally. There you go.
I would
4
too.
stars. There you go. But he said my fantasy. Yeah, so his review is my fantasy league punishment movie coming in last place, and oh boy, this was exactly that. First off, I had a ridiculously hard time even finding this movie to watch. I had to go to old school sketchy free movie website just to stream it. Then tracking down a version with English subtitles was a whole nother ordeal. So the punishment started before the movie even began. It's basically just a full feature-length porn film masquerading as a movie. There's so many grotesque and disturbing scenes that I could barely get through it. I ended up cranking the playback speed to 1.5 just to power through it. This is hands down the most disturbing movie I've ever seen, and I've seen Old Boy. The sexual violence and incest were almost too much to stomach. I give it a half star purely for the fact it exists as a movie. This is the worst film I've ever watched, and I generally don't understand the point of it at all. We should make him rewatch and be like, "Yeah, you watched the 1.5 speed. That was a cheat."
How can you read that fast?
He probably at that point he probably wasn't. He was probably just like, let's move on. Let's go through with this. So I don't know who even though you had to watch the holiday special last year, Maddie, I feel like Detail probably had it worse because the holiday special does feel like a black hole, but the Siberian film is. There is just like a lot of just gross stuff in it, and it's stuff that you don't even want to think about, and it is graphic because it is a foreign film. So I think he got
scar you for life.
Yeah, it definitely will. I think he got it like a little bit easier. I wonder if this guy's directed anything since then, but Kirk, can you read out? You had the rankings. What were the official rankings in the fantasy draft here?
Yes. Let's see.
This guy's only directed 2 things. He directed this and then a segment at ABC of Deaths. There you go. Oh, he has an upcoming movie called Wear Out. So, okay, we'll have to keep our eyes on it, and Kirklin will review it. As his punishment.
I have it in the order. It's just like the final playoff bracket. But
okay. Well, I know I'm the bottom, so it's okay. Oh, actually, no. Right, Detail. I last minute still beat Detail. Poor Detail. He had that fall down. So.
Oh wait, no, there isn't standings.
We'll get you next year.
Wait, is this?
No, I don't know what my strategy is going to be next year. I don't know. And Detail deserves it because he took Josh Jacobs from me. I was going to draft him next, and then he revealed he was on the just the auto draft thing. So that pissed me off even more. Even though it wouldn't have worked out, I told Kirkland my strategy. I want to have the Trinity. I was going to have Barkley, Derrick Henry, and Josh Jacobs. Really, the first 2 wouldn't help me at all because I don't know. King James decided to fumble a lot this year, and Barkley and AJ Brown and Hurts have all their fucking shit going on. So I don't know. Next year, other than maybe 1 or 2 players, I have no idea what I'm doing. I might just let the computer do it for me and hope for the best because I shit the bed. So.
What would be your prime pick if you got to choose what draft?
I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you. Come on. Or number or person?
It's got to be Sam Darnold at this point.
Number 1 for sure. So I get the person I want. Yeah, for sure. The snake draft, that's fine. But yeah, number 1. Yeah, and I'm gonna try to trade Sam Darnold to Kirkland every week if I got it with Tom Brady. So, Clay and Matt, I'm not sure if you saw my background. I said I'm not a savant like Taylor,
I kind of saw it. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
Yeah. What was that rankings, Kirkland? Let's start
the
talking
hair
about
is
some
crazy.
movies.
Yeah. So I'll start at the bottom, and then work my way up. So at the bottom we got D-Toll.
Yeah.
3-11 was his final score. Not so great. And then we have Travis, 4-10, a little bit better.
Nice.
Then we got myself, who finished 6-8 on the year, so not positive. And then we got Clay, 8-6. And then we got John, 8-6. We got Maddie, 8-6. Of course, he's the one that ended up winning. This is like the final of the end of the season ranking. So you went into the playoffs in 3rd. Congratulations to you, sir. And super bad Mike, 9-5, 2nd place. And then Sam, 10-4, finished the season number 1, but fortunately couldn't take down Maddie.
Sam was a beast, man. Sam's team was
beast.
Scary. And then there's Clay. Clay's the classic with all the Lions players. So if the Lions pop off, you're getting belted that week.
That's why I did so bad, because I took all Minnesota players.
Yeah. Literally. Clay, I gotta ask you, what's your stats right now? I know you're a Lions fan for life, but where's your heart at right now? Last year you had that terrible playoff game.
I thought you were saying a different kind of status. So I was gonna be like, single for now. Why are you wondering?
If you want to talk about that, you can. But first, the Lions, because last year
no. I'm working
on a heartbreaking playoff game, and now this year didn't go to the playoffs. So what do you expect next year?
I was gonna say I was pretty bummed out. Offensive coordinator pick that we had, it seemed like kind of a budget pick, we don't want to spend money, we're just gonna go after this random Arizona Cardinals offensive coordinator. But there's all kinds of weird stuff since then. Apparently this guy was in Ben Johnson's wedding, and they're buddies from way back when.
The new OC.
Yeah, so apparently they're.
But wait a second, what's weird about that? He just went to a wedding. That's all right.
That's how you got the job, man.
Right. It's just weird that we went after some guy who was in Ben Johnson's wedding.
The ring bearer.
Right.
No football experience. Just...
I'd love to be a fly on the wall for that wedding and know like how close they are, and I don't know. I'd love to know the inside story on all this. But in terms of I mean, I'm trying to be optimistic. I like that the fact that he's buddies with Ben Johnson, the fact that he's young, like Ben Johnson was a nobody when we got him. This guy's basically a nobody, and I don't know. I mean, it could turn out that he's the next Ben Johnson. I have no idea. It's come to light now with Ben Johnson doing so well with the Bears that, you know, he was a big part of the Lions' success. So we'll see. I think fantasy-wise for the next year, you commenting on me grabbing all the Lions players, I feel like it's really hard to, and I don't think I'm screwing myself over by saying this, like it's hard to turn down taking Amon-Ra St. Brown as an really early fantasy pick. Like that guy's Mr. Consistency. It's insane. Like he plays through injuries. He always, even if he starts off a game slow, he comes through with something later in the game. There are very few times where he snubs you. So I don't know. I'm trying to stay optimistic about next year. We need to reload on our O-line and D-line big time, and we need to not catch the injury bug as much. We'll see what happens.
But you're skeptical about the new OC.
I was.
But I feel like everything you just listed is like they're just trying to replicate another Ben Johnson. So maybe that's the right way to
just take whoever's in his wedding party.
What's his wife doing?
This guy doesn't work out. We'll get the next guy.
He's boys with him. He's a nobody, you know. So it's like it sounds like they're trying to just recreate that in the lab. I don't know if that's good, but.
Right, I don't either. It could burst into flames, but I'm trying to be optimistic because like Ben Johnson was a nobody when we got him, so it's kind of unfair for me to say like, oh, this is a budget pick, some nobody offensive coordinator I've never heard of out of Arizona, like he's gonna suck. No, we'll see. I'll give him a chance. So we'll see.
And while we're on the Lions, quickly before we move on, I have to put you on the spot because I asked a few of these guys what's their top 5 QBs in the NFC, and a couple of them had Goff in there. I'm assuming you would probably lean that way too, but I told them, I'm like, I didn't hate any of the lists. I just said I don't know if I would have Goff in there, honestly.
See, he didn't hate my list either. My list, I think, was the best one.
It's just really tough. Goff, I think, like, if you put him in his element, is definitely a top 5 QB, but then he has these, like, really volatile strengths and weaknesses. Like he has to be in the dome. He can't be outside with his little gloves. You don't want him outside with his little gloves.
Double gloves.
Like you want, if at all possible, you need to run the ball well. That way you can set him up in play action. He's the best quarterback in the NFL if he has good play action going. If your running game is strong that game and you set him up with play action, like he's just the king of that. But he has these rules like you gotta have a decent pocket because he can't get outside of it. You know, he's extremely specific, and if you figure out all those things, I think he's a top 3 quarterback, top 2, top 1 in the NFL. Yeah. But it's talent, and he has his weaknesses. I don't know.
As long as he's not rocking the long sleeves and the gloves, then you know you're cooked. You know, but
yeah, his little gloves are his weakness.
Well, I wish you. Well, I actually don't wish you any luck. I hope you guys go. I hope you and Kirklin both go 0-16, 0-17, and
same to you, sir.
I hope next year Packers get to play a team that has an injured quarterback in the NFC Championship game. That would have been for the taking if they would have done that. I would have loved to see what would have happened if Bo Nix was there, and it would have been a whole different game with Broncos and Seahawks. You know, that would have been. That would have been very, obviously, I think much closer. And the Super Bowl, like obviously, you know, I'm sorry, detail, but like I enjoy anytime the Patriots are getting dogged on. So I enjoyed the Super Bowl, even though it wasn't a close game. It just never felt like that was going to be. I just would have been shocked once we were watching the game that if the Patriots were actually going to pull it off. It just never felt like that. It just felt like, okay, Seahawks going to strike, and that's why I said it. I thought it was either going to be a hot start or a hot end. And then what was the final score? It was like 28-7 or something like that, or 30-something 7.
I think it was 34.
20. Oh yeah.
Yeah, like the most
We're all
exciting.
sick.
I didn't finish it.
I was falling asleep by then. It was late.
Yeah. So yeah, no, not the most exciting game, but we'll see for next year. There's gonna be lots of interesting storylines. So
literally every single playoff game was more exciting than the Super Bowl.
yes, even games leading up to it, like that the Ravens Steelers game, to get into the like that last quarter when Rodgers and Lamar were just bombing it back and forth, like. That was the Super Bowl right there, you know.
29-13. That was the final. There you go.
29-13. Okay, it felt like 48-3 or something.
That score doesn't do it justice. Yeah, it wasn't. That seems closer than it actually was.
Yeah,
It was like most field goals made, right?
They made history. 5. Yeah, he broke his.
Oh man,
There are a lot of history. They
This
broke.
is rough.
I think they said, like, even though Drake May didn't have the greatest game, he had the most like yards in a single quarter in the playoffs, like the postseason. He threw for 245 yards in just the fourth quarter, and then you had the kicker. But then you also had Drake May break history with the most sacks in postseason history with 21. So
Sam Darnold broke a record too. He was the only quarterback in the playoffs to not have a turnover, I think, since Drew Brees.
Wow.
Look at that, yeah, and then same the whole season. The Seahawks didn't turn over in the postseason, so
Yeah.
boring game, but lots of history made there and stuff. So yeah, we'll see what happens with Patriots. Again, I think Patriots are owed like 30 years of just nothing. Like they like what I would like is one day to someone like snap and like what's happening with the Jets happened for Patriots for like 70 years, and then the Jets go on to become like this dynasty or whatnot. You know, it's like you guys had the Brady and Belichick, you had all those years, you had all the bowls. Yeah, sure, there's some Sheen as well involved too, so you know there's some asterisks there, but like you got those championships. Just enjoy them. You know, take a break and let's do here long-term prediction. I can't remember the stat, but I think it's been like. I think it's whenever was it Broncos? Because I thought the stat was it's been Patriots and Chiefs for how many long time? Was the Broncos the last AFC team that wasn't those two in the Super Bowl?
It must have been. Eh?
Well, Bengals, right?
Bengals.
Oh, right, Bengals. That was the last one, right? So it's like in that amount of time, like those only two. And yeah, let's hope there's some fresh blood in there. It ain't gonna be the Bills and Josh Allen. I don't know what they're doing. That organization's cooked. That head coach is gonna be cooked. Like as a Bills fan, that press conference was wild to watch. Just throwing people under the bus. You got these rumors of Josh Allen's apparently texting people like, "This isn't good. I don't like what's happening." Like I could see Josh Allen not be a Bill in the next 3 years, and that's like
we'll take him. We'll take him over here. I'll give him 9. I'll give him 9.
Get a Vikings. Get a Vikings jersey from a Steinfeld and their new child and throw it on there.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll go to Maddie first. So we will because we'll go to his film first. So Maddie, you'd pick The Prestige. This worried me a little bit because you'd brought up a good point of. We were talking about this on After 9. We were like, oh, Clay seemed to like this, but then you looked at their review and it was like 7 years old or something like that. So we're like, Clay with new eyes. But Maddie, I'll ask you first. Why did you pick The Prestige? And also, what are your thoughts on The Prestige?
Yeah, it was an easy pick for me. Like I'd written it in the Discord, a little description. Basically, it's a movie that ever since I saw it, I'd seen it in theaters when it came out with my dad. I still remember watching it that night, and I was blown away. It's always been basically the movie I would list all those years when someone would ask me, "What's your favorite movie?" For some reason, that's always the movie that I would point out.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, looking back to in retrospect, I feel like I enjoyed so much more too, just knowing it's Nolan and what Nolan became after that too. You know, he had just done Batman Begins at the time,
Mhm.
so even seeing Bale in both movies back to back, like he blew up in my mind as well. And looking back, you know, you have Jackman in there. I know Travis, you've said it multiple times that you wish we'd get Jackman back. You know,
I don't know why. I wonder. There's part of me because I feel I'd have to look, but I guess has he worked with Guy Pearce again? I don't think so, right?
I don't think so. No.
Like Guy Pearce to me and those two, like Pacino, that's kind of different because he didn't even that's a remake of a movie that just felt like he was a director just trying to get a gig at that point.
Yeah.
I feel like with Guy Pearce, same thing. It's like an indie movie. The Jackman thing, I wonder if that was a WB like. We'd really like you to use like Hugh Jackman as the lead of this movie. Not like he was like opposed to it, but we hear that happens all the time where a studio is kind of like, we would like it if you like, we're really close with Robert Pattinson. Like we work with him all the time. You should take a look at him. Right. So I just wonder and even with ScarJo's kind of like that too. I just feel like if you look at all his other movies, he's worked with almost everyone again. And I guess same thing, not Leo, but Leo like Leo's pretty like he doesn't do that many movies, so that one is not as unbelievable to me. And I also feel like him and Leo could work together again. With Jackman, I just don't know why, and maybe it's a hot take. I feel like I know Mike's probably gonna go. I'm not sure, Mike. What do you think is the best Hugh Jackman performance you've ever seen?
Oh, Les Miserables.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I thought you'd say that. Yeah, and I could argue for me it's either Logan or it's this. These are the two I always go back and forth on. I love him in this movie. I thought Nolan got some stuff out of him, and the fact they've never done like not even just like a supporting character. He could pop up Oppenheimer as like a teacher.
Do you imagine if we would have gotten him as Odysseus in the Odyssey? That could, like we haven't seen the Odyssey yet. But I'm just saying. God, yeah. Oh, that could have been amazing.
Yeah, like I'm curious about Damon.
He's doing his version of that with that weird Robin Hood movie.
The Death of Robin Hood.
Man. Yeah.
Don't laugh. That's good.
Who's watching that movie?
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I'm telling you. I like the director. I like the director. I'll be there buying a ticket unless it's like a.
You're gonna be alone in that theater. Show me the.
I'll
theater.
probably be alone in
in
that
tickets,
theater.
Travis.
It's gonna be like those two weeks of the Melania Trump documentary in Kelowna. I just sit in the back alone. Like I probably will be alone, but. Yeah, I hope Hugh Jackman and him work together again one day. So
he's so good in this. I love this. Like you said, it's even for myself. I think it's up there for my favorite performance of his. And I feel like we don't see him play these type of characters a ton either. You know, for the most part throughout his career, unless you're, I don't know, maybe in like Peter Pan, he played a villain once, more of a villainous role. I never watched.
We're not gonna
play Hook, right?
We're not gonna. No, he plays like the pirate before Hook.
Oh,
I don't know who that is. I never.
That's Claw.
Yeah, I don't know. I know who he is. All I know is they sing like a old age version of Teen Spirit in that, and apparently it's really bad.
Oh, nice.
There's a clip. I'll pull it up before this cast is done.
Yeah, why not?
They're like doing like instrumentals, and Hugh Jackman's like entertain. It's one of those like I don't know who they were making that movie for. What's her name? Rooney Mara's playing a Native American. So there's just like a lot of bad things. Yeah. She's playing Tiger Lily or whatnot.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Rooney Mara, who might be one of the whitest women on planet Earth. And I say this as a massive Rooney Mara fan. I had a massive crush on her after the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. I was like, Rooney's my girl. But her as a Native American, I think we're striking really far right on this one. Like, I don't know. So, but how often do you watch this movie, Maddie? Like every couple of years, every year?
I've watched it. Yeah, at this point, I kind of lost count how often I've seen it. I used to have the DVD of it. It was full pin, man. I loved it. It's so good, and I feel like I enjoy it. A lot of Nolan's movies, honestly, they hit me that way that I just they age like fine wine. You know, the more I watch them, I just.
So your favorite of his?
It's out there, man. It's probably between this and Oppenheimer. Honestly, yeah, I know you didn't love Oppenheimer, but it's up there for me for sure. Yeah, it's so good, man. It's just Jackman and Bale like doing a master class in
toe
my
to toe.
opinion. You know,
It's like Bale,
Michael
Jackman
in there too.
At the prime
Michael
of their
Caine.
powers. Michael Caine's awesome in this also. The only questionable thing is ScarJo's accent. Sorry.
Yes. Oh, thank you. Yes.
I think ScarJo can be a great actress. I don't think it's here. Like, and there's not much for the character to go on. And like, I'm not trying to be mean. I just feel like Rebecca Hall in this movie like runs circles around her. But even then, she gets more meat, right? There's like a child, and there's divorce. Like, there's more. She's just playing you're the seductress, right? You're gonna look hot. Both guys gotta fall in love with you. The audience gotta fall in love with you. But like, it's not one of her best roles, I'd say, out there. So where Kane, as far as him in Inception, I'm trying to think like maybe other than Alfred, I think this might be my favorite role that he's in here because he's barely in Interstellar. And then I felt like
I think he's the heart of the movie in this.
Absolutely, yeah.
He gets the best speech too at the beginning and the end to close it off.
Oh yeah, he's barely in Inception. He just gets mad at Leo once, and then he has his kids. What is he in Dunkirk? Is he in Dunkirk? Is that when it stopped?
Interstellar. Is he in Interstellar?
He is. Yeah, he's Anne Hathaway's dad. He's the one that sends him. He's the one that he knows Earth is dying, but he didn't tell anybody. He just sends in his face.
He's like, want to admit he doesn't know how to do the math problem.
Yeah, he's like, good luck out there, because the only other person that does know is Matt Damon. Remember, Mr. Dr. Man or whatever it is. He knew they're the only two that knew. So
think of your children. Think of your children.
Look at their eyes when you're in dark clothes.
I do want to shout out quickly, and then I'm very curious to hear, obviously, what you guys think, what you guys thought of it. My favorite scenes, or there's a ton, but the two that I'll always remember is Jackman when he asks him, "What knot did you tie?" I love that scene.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
it's so good. Then he's saying like, how don't you know? He starts yelling, and then the Bale at the dinner when he goes, "Secrets are my life." But the whole scene at the dinner at the table, that performance is so good because there's like 2-3 layers to it, to the character that he's portraying. So yeah, it's just so good.
Which also in that scene, that version of Bale might legit not know which knot he tied because he might be asking the wrong guy. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know what my brother was up to that day. Like
I didn't even think about that.
That happens multiple times in movies. Now, granted, I do, and this is where I'm not sure if some of you will come out is. I think if you look at it too hard, it does start to break because like. All you gotta do is the other brother be like, "Hey, what knot do you tie?" "Oh, I tie this." "Okay, I know." There's tons of stuff that happens. Like even Bale, like getting at Rebecca Hall's house, and he's like, "Oh, I'll see you later," and he just pops up in her house.
Yeah,
like
that's the one scene that always the knot doesn't bother me, but that scene I'm always like, how the hell does this
It
happen?
was the
Or,
double.
like,
It was two men.
chains
It's like
around
how they
the
did the trick.
How did he know? He's like, "We're gonna go on this date with the girl you're gonna hide." Like, what if the date
was in there
went
the whole
awful?
time.
What
He
if
was
the
in
date
there
went
the whole
awful?
day.
And she's like, "I never want to see you again." And he's like, "Huh?" And she's like, "What the like 911, please?" Like, or like, I know there's probably some trickery, but like when he gets the chains around the guard's foot, it's like, all right, there's some stuff. But then at the end, like
Magic, man.
But at the end, it's like he's still fucking cloning people in this movie. So it's like, I don't know, like what is happening? So I will bring in Sam, who's can I believe you see you're calling from a Starbucks?
Let's go.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Up, Sam. We can hear you.
Yep.
Yeah. It's the word out of Starbucks. So I apologize if there's any background noise.
Nice to see you, man.
We'll watch it. So
Yeah, good to see everyone. Congrats, Matty. Good to say it in person, mate. Well done.
We had a good battle. We had a good battle, man. Thank you.
Not really. You smashed me, mate. Not even close.
And John, I know you got to go like in the next 50 or 20. So when you do, let me know because then I can let you rattle off. Is that still true? You got to go next 20 or so?
Yes, I'm gonna have to start driving in a few minutes. I'll still stay on while I'm driving, but then I have to.
Okay.
Head
Well,
out
no,
I'll
I'll throw to you because give us your thoughts because you're leaving next week. Give us your thoughts on all three of these ones you watch, and then we'll get back to Prestige. But just so we can get your thoughts on all three before you got a piece off here.
I'll start with Prestige. I love the pick. This is actually my third time watching it. This movie is what made me a huge fan of Christian Bale. So I saw him in American Psycho, Batman, and this is what really gave me the idea that he has such a big range. So I loved him in this. I was already a huge Hugh Jackman fan, so it just furthered my popularity with him. But both of those actors are definitely my top 10 growing up. I think the cast was 10 out of 10. Obviously, Nolan is one of my favorite. He's probably my top 3 directors with Scorsese and Tarantino. I probably have him second. I think to me, Tarantino's my favorite. But I love the movie, love the storyline. Replacements, I've seen a million times. I probably haven't seen it in like 10 years, but it's such a fun, cheesy movie. Watching it as a grown adult, realized how cheesy it actually is. I forgot who said it in the chat. It felt like such a 2000s movie. And I got that within the first 15 seconds with the music going, and there was a lot of like music montages with these weird facial expressions. And I laughed. I couldn't stop laughing at the scene where they were in the bar and they kiss for the first time and they're like just staring at each other. And
Oh
she's
my
giving me like
when Keanu closes the door,
Yes.
he literally they have the shot of him turning around 3 times. He closed it, and he looks over, and then goes back to her, and when it goes back to him, he's like, I'll try and pull that clip up too. They forgot that they already turned him. They should get to him, and he's like fully not facing her at one point. The amount of times he keeps turning, like it's brutal. But
and the way she's looking at him is like this sad puppy. It was just really awkward. It was hysterical.
Then
But
completely
I love
forgives
that
him later
movie.
on for standing him up. No reason at all. She's crying the next time she sees him. Like, you're back, Keanu.
Because he didn't attend the date. But yeah, it was really funny.
Yeah.
But great movie. And Tusk, I've never heard of, never seen before. My God.
Great Canadian flick, man.
It was, So I saw The Replacements, had a lot of fun. It was such an easy watch. Then I put on Tusk. And the first half, I'm laughing. I forgot the actor's name, but he was making
Justin
me
Long?
laugh. Yes, Justin Long. And then he's having the conversation with the old man, and then they keep talking about this fucking walrus. And then
that scene goes on forever too. I've only seen this movie twice. I did not remember this that like I looked like this has been on for like 15 minutes. It's weird because Kevin Smith says he's like, oh, I love to cut so much that there should have been at least, I'll say be nice, say 5 minutes cut from that, like that scene alone. But that scene went on forever.
I think the whole movie should have been that scene.
And I short paused film it halfway through, and I'm like, oh my god, there's 50 more minutes left. Like, what are they gonna do? and when he became the wall, I couldn't believe it what I was seeing. I had to like pause it a few times because I was so overwhelmed after watching The Replacements and then going to Tusk. It was a wild ride. I enjoyed it. The only thing that was kind of annoying was just Justin Long like yelling for 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, when he has no tongue anymore. You have that, and then you got Johnny Depp with his fucking accent the whole time, like the back and forth, like, and all the Johnny Depp stuff just feels like, yeah, we don't know what to do for half an hour. We're just gonna have him come in here and be fun for a little bit.
What's his name again, Mike? What's his
Guy Lapointe of La Cité du Québec. I will get to him later, believe you me.
The reason he's in Yoga Hosers is, I guess, after they did Tusk, because I was listening to the podcast at this point, Johnny Depp called Kevin Smith after. He's like, I can't stop doing the accent. Like, I gotta do this role again. And they were supposedly, I don't think it's gonna happen now because these films bomb so hard, he was gonna make Moose Jaws. He wanted to remake Jaws, but just with a moose. Like he said, shot for shot, but with a moose, which probably financially good thing he didn't. And I don't know, because I wonder if he was going to put Johnny Depp in the Brody role. I feel like he might have, so he could have that could have been one of the most disastrous things.
The world has been spared.
Yeah, I think he still wants to make it one day. I bet before he dies he's going to make Moose Jaws, but I don't know with Johnny anymore. Who knows? So yeah, so that's quite a watch you had there.
It is. I have Justin Long's walrus face like embedded in my brain. Like I feel like I'll never forget that for as long as I live. It's quite the image.
Were you now after that? Were you happy with the Replacements Tusk, or would you have swapped them?
I absolutely would have swapped it. I would have done Tusk first, gotten traumatized, and then done Replacements.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have before we go around, I got the two scenes, but I got the one that John was talking about because I had a problem with this too. So this is the kiss scene. And we'll track how much he turns here. So here we go. So this bar,
the song, man. Yeah. The song plays.
So he's going. He's walking, right? Okay. So he stops. He's been over so long. Okay, one turn. Hang on. That's it. Now look, he's like.
This is when you have John Madden coming in too.
That's right.
He's like narrating. He's like, he's got to go for it.
Well, he's turned again. Look at why did he turn again? His ball. She didn't move. Hang on, let's follow. She did, like, he turned. He turns right here. He's readjusting.
He's squaring up a little bit more.
It happens again.
The song was expensive. They had to play the whole thing.
Look, he was turned fully facing. He turned 3 times. He started the scene facing her. But yeah, and then the John Madden, like, he's going for it. He feels hot. Yeah.
To get him back in the ball game.
Not narration.
There goes now.
Oh god. But where's he scores?
He scored.
I can't find. Of course, John Madden has one more thing to say about it, but yeah, it was. Scores. I didn't mind it. I will reveal my cards. I have never seen that movie until a couple days ago. I didn't know what to pick. I didn't know what to pick. Emily, since we started dating, has been bugging me for years to watch The Replacement. And I was like, you know what? Football movie, let's finally do it. For all my relationship, she fucking hates the Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. She's like, these are so cheesy. I don't know how you watch these. After this movie, I looked at her and said, you can never bug me about those ever again. She's like, oh, this is great. It's like, no, maybe you saw this when you were like 10 to 12. I didn't hate the movie, but I haven't rated on Letterboxd yet. It's a solid 3 stars. I'll mute John's echoing. I'll mute John there. I think it's John. I think. Yeah, that was you. That's okay. Yeah, I think it's like a solid 3 stars. Unless Emily's watched it, I will never watch this movie ever again. So that's why I couldn't wait. And she's like, "Oh my god, you're making them watch them all." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna wait to see." And now as I watch the movie, I'm like, "Oh my god, these guys think that I fucking love this movie or something like that." Like,
this is a twist. I can't believe it.
They're like, "Oh, this is one of Travis's favorites for my kids." Like, no, never seen this movie before in my life, and like. Other than Reese Ifans, I don't think I laughed at anything. That's like Favreau was okay. Keanu was like, he was just living off that Matrix money. He was checked. He was waiting for Reloaded. Like he's just doing
to go back to his boat. That was
yeah,
like
100%. Like no, whatever. I can't believe they got Hackman to do this. Like it's just so. It was like a fun. It feels very much like a 2000 movie. It's crazy because like like I just said, the year before you got Matrix, the year after this got Fellowship of the Ring. When I think about it, it's like, man, the late 90s, 2000s, you had this almost perfect balance of still practical stuff like Davy Jones, and then like the CGI that comes in. Like you have such a good balance where now there's too much. But then I forgot in the 2000s, you got a lot of shit like this. That's just like super generic and sports like. So yeah, I apologize if anyone really disliked it. Not my fault. I have never seen this movie, and I probably will never watch it again. So.
You got lucky because a few of us had seen it. We were like, "Nice, we're gonna watch this." So
I thought I had missed out on this giant cult classic. Everyone was hitting on. I'm like, I've never heard this movie in my life. I guess I'll watch it.
It's just this generic, like you said, soundtrack driven. There's a couple fun performances in there, I guess, but like, and that led me to today because of Reese Ifans. I'm only halfway through Little Nicky. Never watched Little Nicky. If you've seen that movie, I haven't seen it in like 15, 20 years. It's not good, and I liked it as a child. Not a good movie. It's don't revisit it. Leave it where it is. Leave it in the past. Let it die. So. Man.
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the replacements because I'm terrible at Discord. So I missed all of that.
No.
But now that you show me that, I reckon I saw that at the cinemas.
Wow. That's awesome.
I'm pretty sure I did. I remember my dad dropping me and a friend off to watch it because we're like, "Oh, football, this is going to be so cool." And then we watched it. We're like, "Oh, I probably should have brought a girl here instead of a guy. Like, this isn't really."
That's great. Yeah, because it's not like, awesome. And like, there's so many rules that don't make sense. I kept saying to Emily, it bugged me so much where they got a penalty and Keanu would run over like, time out. They took the kickoff and he ran over and took a timeout. That's not how rules work here. And then sometimes like some teams had names and then San Diego was just SD. No team name whatsoever. Sometimes you didn't see the coaches. It was very bare bones. Again, I think Gene Hackman must just be looking for a paycheck. I don't know how they got him into that, but like not like a football-esque movie. But we'll turn back to that second because we did start with The Prestige. Sam, what did you think of The Prestige? Have you seen it before? If you saw your thoughts on it, etc. Or you want me to go to someone? Oh, you're there. Can you hear us, Sam? I'm gonna go to Clay. I don't know. He's watching. He started the replacements now. He started it. He felt bad.
But you said you want to go to The Prestige.
Can you hear me?
Right?
Yeah, we can hear you now, Sam. Oh. Yeah. I think you're cutting in and out. I think that's what it is. Yeah. So yeah, we'll go back to The Prestige because we ranted on the replacements with John there. But yeah, Prestige. So Clay, we had done some sleuthing on your Letterboxd account to see that it had been a minute since you had seen it. So that's why we were like, okay, what's he gonna think in present day? And I so you didn't rate it yet. I just saw that you did the rewatch, so he's withholding it. So
attention.
Yeah, Clay, what do you think about
Prestige?
I
wanted to build the suspense.
I love it.
Yeah. So I truth be told, I would say like middle school when I really got into watching movies, it was like Christopher Nolan was kind of the guy. Like I would watch his movies, Dark Knight and Prestige and Inception. I would watch over and over and over again. And then I think my tastes changed. I don't know, maybe like coming out of high school, I'm like, okay, action movies are my thing, and that's what I think Christopher Nolan's weakness is.
Oh no, this is where it's started.
I give him a really hard time.
This guy's one Helm's Deep in honesty, and I keep telling him it's not happening. Get ready for those close-up shots and quick cuts, man.
I'm really
Get ready, brother.
I'm really nervous. I'm so nervous. But I will say, Prestige holds up. I thought, for me, like, slap a star rating on there, 9 out of 10. I thought it was awesome.
Nice.
Like,
Nice.
it reminded me how much range Christian Bale has. Take this versus Ford versus Ferrari versus American Psycho versus Batman versus his kid performance in I Love Spielberg. So you go back to
Brando who is what I say, like I know everyone says Brando or Day-Lewis. I'm a Bale guy, man.
Brando's overrated. Yeah, Bale's up there. What's the Empire of the Sun? Like in every decade, he has like an awesome performance that's totally different. He's so chameleonic, to steal that word that everybody overuses, but like he fits that bill. Like that is an awesome performance. And then Travis, you were saying earlier, like, does he was this was it was it mandated by the studio to have something about Jackman, right? But,
I just thought Jackman, because they never worked together, and Jackman was obviously hot because of X-Men, right? So I feel like almost all these actors, like Inception and on, you see Nolan work with them again, which is funny. He hasn't worked with Bale since Rises either, right? Like I've been waiting for that. Like I don't know why. Maybe they got sick of each other after the 4 movies, but like I've been waiting for them to. I really thought Odyssey, there was gonna be a chance Bale was gonna be in that when he's getting so many people, and it feels like that's not a thing anymore now. I hope I'm wrong, but
so my thought is like, did they force Jackman to do his American accent or do an American accent in it post Wolverine, because he's British, right?
in real life,
Come on,
he's Australian.
now.
He's
Come
Australian.
on now.
Australian. Sorry, but he has an accent. He's not American.
He's a national treasure.
No matter what, he's definitely not American.
He's sitting there.
Right.
He's like just up there. He's 10 meters away from him.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him I said that.
With Chris Hemsworth.
I knew he wasn't American. I'm like, this just seems a little off. But anyway, I think he's awesome in it. I love the twist of like kind of putting him as a little bit of a hero at the beginning and then shifting him to a big time villain as the movie goes on. And I love how, like, movies, magic in real life. If you go to a magic show, that's cool. You're like, how did they do that? In a movie, it's a little more like, okay, you've got cameras everywhere. Obviously, it's easy to fake magic. So then let's take it up a notch. Let's create this cloning machine. And I don't think any of it is over-explained, which I like. Like, in some of Nolan's future movies, I think things are a little over-explained, and it bothers me. And I thought this was just the right amount of explanation on everything. I thought the dialogue was super unpretentious. Like, I think of just in the last year, Andor bothers me because I don't like the dialogue. I'm like, I like the premise a lot, but the dialogue pisses me off. And I think with Prestige, it's like, not only do I like the premise, but I think the dialogue is just pretty straightforward, and like it fits, and the movie is propulsive. It doesn't slow down, and you don't get bogged down. And like he never adds a million metaphors to his dialogue, which I think of other talky dramas like this. And in the last year, we watched like an Alien Earth. Alien Earth has so many metaphors. Every single conversation, someone is speaking in metaphors, and it is so pretentious, and it pisses me off so much. And Nolan in The Prestige does not do that at all. I don't think he does metaphors. Well, he does do metaphors, I feel like, sometimes. Like that Peaches thing in Dark Knight. But, like...
What do we fall, Master Wayne?
Yeah.
It's just Michael Caine. It's Michael Caine dishing him out, So
yes, he does. Even in Prestige, maybe, he speaks in them a little bit. But anyway,
what are some memorable dialogue moments? What are some memorable dialogue moments for you?
Like you said, the part where Christian Bale and Olivia, Olivia's the Scarlett Johansson, was Rebecca Hall. When they had all of their conversations, I think are really
today.
I think they're.
That's a brutal delivery by him.
It is.
Like, do you love me? Not today. It's like, oh my god, it's so damn. Especially because that's like, to your point, Clay. I feel like they established that early in the movie, but it doesn't feel like it's over. Like it's hitting you in the head. It's just like an aside that Rebecca Hall says. She's like, oh, some days you love me and some days you don't. It's not like sometimes like she stands up would make like a proclamation of like,
right.
Why don't you love me? Like, it's just like it works so good, and like it continues to like come out throughout, and that's some great stuff there.
The movie it reminds me most of, especially with the family drama of it, and just like the big finale where you figure out the cloning is going on, is because it's got a sci-fi element. It's a family drama kind of with some sci-fi baked in at the end, and like this this big event that's going on at the end. You're like, holy shit, they've been cloning this entire time. Reminds me of Close Encounters, which is one of my favorite movies, and it's like these guys in this movie, it's two guys. In Close Encounters, it's one guy slowly losing their minds, completely disintegrating their family unit, all in pursuit of this thing they're obsessed with. And I think like that got me. I was like, man, this is exactly what I want out of a movie. These guys striving for these big ideas and big spectacles like Close Encounters, which just one of my favorite movies. And yeah, if you can have all this really good dialogue surrounding that, and then a big finale where you're like, holy shit, that's a recipe for me to like your movie. No action, so I can't complain about Nolan there. Just a lot of stuff I really like.
Were you fine with how Jackman fell in the tank? Were you fine with that? Too close. Yeah. And such a great opening too, right? And it's so like the way they open with Jackman dying, and I love the dual journals, and then that reveal. It's funny when you're talking about accents though. When he puts on that like the Lord Caldwell accent, like his second accent, that's something too. Where it's like, I don't know, that choice was maybe like he's like, I don't need your secret anymore. It's like, why are you like? I get he's trying to hide his identity, but he doesn't have to Bale. Like Bale knows who he is, but he's just like, but mine's better. And he's like, he has like this peppy little pew sort of like thing like, about him.
Oh shit, you grew a mustache. Like,
and it's not like they killed him like early on. Like they at one point Michael Caine's like, you're the biggest actor in London, not just magician act. So it's like, I imagine a few people. I get why he went there as like an enemy, but felt very risky in broad daylight to be there with the tricks, with his daughter. Like there's stuff like for me, this is a 10 out of 10 movie, but there is stuff if I were to break it down, there's little stuff like that where it's like, you could easily chip away at certain things that just don't work with multiple dynamics of the twins and that type of stuff. But it's just, I think I'm with you, Clay, where it's like, it's two great characters and it's them constantly switching back and forth. Even with Michael Caine, right? Like he has ties to Christian Bale's character from like a teenager, but then most of the movie we seem kind of side with Jackman because he's like the better guy at that point until he's not. I don't know if it's my favorite scene in the movie, but my probably favorite scene is when he finds the diary. Jackman Scarlett's like, when she fakely gives it to him, right? Like pretending that she stole it. And he's like, oh, the secrets are right here. And, he's like, oh, what about, he's giving all these scenarios of what he's going to do with this, blah, blah, blah. And ScarJo's like, oh, well, what about your wife? And he's like, oh, I don't care about my wife. I care about a secret. And they just hang on the scene for like 15 seconds and they're just both silent. Cause I love, that's the moment you see Jackman's character's like he's flipped over. He's gone. Because before he won't even change his bad magician name because that's what his wife gave him. Right. But in this, his wife is the furthest thing from his mind because he has his diary. And that's really... I love
really
you see it there, and that's when and again you just let them hang out there for a bit. You wait a second, and then you move on, and there's just
that line delivery. You found that line delivery when he says it is so.
Yes, good. It's just everything is like he seems so determined, and it seems like he right away like he didn't even regret it, but he just knows how bad that sounds. Oh man, he said that. So yeah.
Another nitpick though. Would you not read the end of the diary first, like where he's like, yeah, I've been writing to you. I would read the last page first.
Especially Hugh Jackman's like, Cutter, we have a journey in front of us. We're going to America.
It's like you spent maybe read it all before you buy the boat ticket. Yeah.
I spent a fortune over here. Like, he spends all this money. And luckily, well, I don't know if it worked out for him, but at the time it worked out. But yeah, he's there in America reading this journal, feeling like the biggest idiot. At least Bale's like, he's in prison. He's going nowhere. So it doesn't even matter if he reads it at the end, right? But like, Jackman spends all this money, which I do like to reveal. There's multiple things in the beginning of the movie that hints that he's very well off and whatnot. So I like that it isn't just, because I feel like the first time I saw it as a kid, I was like, why has he just got the mustache and where, like, how's he got all this money? But they do establish he's from this family. He's kind of like the black sheep of it, but I guess he just accepted his lineage again when he faked his death, So.
And my last thing, and then I'm going to shut up, is like how you were commenting on Scarlett Johansson doing the British accent. I think it needs to be more acceptable that Americans do British accents. England shipped so many people over here to do American accents. Like I think of one of my favorite movies the last couple of years, that Jude Law, Nicholas Hoult, what's that police movie.
The Order. The Order.
Yeah, those are two British guys playing two very American guys. We do that so often. We never send them the other way.
I don't mind that she's. I don't mind that she's doing it though. It's just I didn't think the accent was very good.
I was fine with it. Yeah.
Okay.
I was fine with it.
You're just prepping us for your Odyssey complaints that no one's gonna be doing a British accent. We understand. You got John Berthold. You got something to say. We'll know.
We'll see. All right, I'm done.
I do want to ask Clay and also for everyone else, what you guys thought the scene that we had brought up earlier when he asked him which knot did you tie, and Travis, you had mentioned how did you guys take it? Was it the guy that tied the knot and he's just shell shocked and he doesn't want to answer, or do you take it as it's the brother and he just genuinely doesn't know because he's not the one who did it? How did you guys?
Or he knows and he's lying. That's the third option, right? That he just doesn't want to admit to it because he's a coward. Yeah, and I kind of lean that way because I feel like he's kind of cowardice at the beginning, or maybe he just, I don't know, it's just because I guess you could be, I think to me it would have to be shell shock because like you said, if we talked about if the other brother did it, why wouldn't you ask him hey, what knot did you tie, brother? Could you give me a heads up? I just I personally want to know, you killed our partner's wife, I think I would like to know what knot you tied. So I feel like it has to be shell shock, or he's just lying because he's too cowardice to face him. And I feel like Bale is a bit more cowardice in the first act, where Hugh Jackman's very, at the funeral he's yelling and he's proud. So
I like it regardless. I don't care which way it is. I like it.
How did you take it though? When you see it,
I took it as he got it all happened so fast that he was traumatized and he legitimately can't remember. He kind of blacked it out of his memory. I didn't think about the other solutions, but I like those too.
Yeah. Yeah, I took it that way also. I just feel like he probably did do the other knot that he thought was better. And then whether it was the other brother or not, I feel like it's just he was emotionally damaged by losing her, because they do show that they at least worked together and he did feel remorse for her passing. And
it wasn't like
a guilt on himself.
Yeah.
I mean, he showed up to the funeral, right?
Bold play though. I wouldn't have showed up to that. I don't know. I would have sat that one out because I feel like when you watch the movie,
the other brother's you're going to that funeral.
He didn't get the memo. He got the wrong memo. He's he didn't even see the show that week. He just showed up to the funeral.
He has no idea what happened.
What happened? She drowned. I can't believe it. I can't believe she drowned. I told him that's a dangerous trick, and you walk up. What knot did you tie, board? I don't know, man.
Should have come here as Fallon.
Yeah, I swear it's like Inception though, where they show you that he tied the other knot, because I swear he's tying the regular knot, and they show his hands do the wrapper. Yeah, so I think he legitimately did tie. Yeah, he tied the bad knot, whether he meant to or not. But yeah,
Michael Caine was right.
How did you take it, Mike?
Basically, I figured that he probably, because he's such a I know better kind of guy, I figured he probably did it, and then afterwards, whether he was lying or he genuinely just didn't know and it was instinct, it was probably that. But yeah, I think he definitely was responsible.
He's definitely responsible, because I guess she could have drowned. It happens all the time. She could have not got out, which would have been an interesting twist too. If this whole feud's based on he did tie the right knot and she just didn't get out, because then Jackman's whole life is kind of I don't know. It's sad then. He's mad at this guy for just tying the knot Michael Caine told him to. It's almost pointless, but. Yeah, but Sam, what about you? What do you think about the knot? And then what do you think about the movie? We threw to you earlier, and then we'll.
Sorry about going on. It's hard to follow a Wilms Films sort of 5-star review, but I'll try my best. So I'm a bit of a newcomer to movies, so I watched this for the first time probably 3 years ago.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah, and so that was back in my infancy when I just had lists of movies to watch and just get through them all and that sort of thing. And I remember watching The Prestige and getting to the end of it and just sitting there going, wow, Nolan's the best, Jackman's the best, Bale's the best, no worries. And then 30 seconds later going, what the fuck just happened? I have no idea what just happened. So I think it's on my letterbox review. Is like, oh, it's just like YouTube explanations straight away, which says more about me than it does the movie, obviously. But I've had that a few times with Christopher Nolan movies where I'm just like, I think I've missed something here because I really don't know what's going on. So it's definitely one I need to rewatch. Like even just hearing you guys talk about it there, I'm just like, man, I can't remember any of that stuff. So yeah, it's one I need to rewatch. So yeah, that's my take on the film. But having said that, I loved it. Like with most of these movies, I loved it. I just needed a little bit of help. Interstellar is a good example as well. Just getting to the end and just going, what exactly did I just watch? I liked it, but I don't know what it was.
Briefcase? Yeah. Well, why is he in this bookcase yelling? No, more.
Yeah. So that's why I'm very grateful to the reviews and stuff you guys do, which put a lot of context around those sorts of things that I'm too stupid to pick up on the first time. So but I do remember liking it for sure. But yeah, I'm gonna have to rewatch it 100%. It's just one of those ones where I look at and I go, I really should watch this, but I'm just gonna have to concentrate so closely to watch this film again, and I just don't have it in me at the moment. So
nice, okay.
Yeah, unlike Tusk. Which I did watch.
yeah. Well, we're saying Tusk last because that's because Tusk is something. But Mike, you also were like Clay, where you were a little shady with your thoughts there. I saw some dots. I saw some
interesting.
Yeah. So when was the last time you saw this, or was this the first time?
So I saw this for the first time when it. A year after it came out, around when it came on Blu-ray. I remember renting out Blockbuster. I had a double feature between that and another magician movie that came out, I think like within a month of it, The Illusionist. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I can't even like separate them in my mind. To me, they're like permanently twined together.
Cinematic magician universe.
Exactly.
The original MC.
Well, it's like the two White House movies that came out the same year. There's always like two movies that have the same themes that come out within the same year. And
Volcano, that year, Dante's Peak. Like that was the situation, right?
Deep Impact, Armageddon.
Is Illusionist like worth going to? Because I think I've only seen bits and pieces, but I don't think I've ever seen it all the way.
Well, here's the thing. Back when I watched both of them, I think I was like 11 or 12 years old.
Don't break my heart, man.
I remember liking The Illusionist more. Now, that being said, it's because when I was,
right now,
it's because when I was that age, I barely understood anything that was happening in The Prestige. I'm going to be honest. All I remember was the ending, and at that age, I was like, "Oh, my mind was broken." Like, "Oh, that's pretty." And this was before I knew anything about like Christopher Nolan or directors' names or anything like that. So I was just going into it as a movie. Yeah, and so for the longest,
Biel is in The Illusionist, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is funny because at the time that they were ScarJo and Jessica Biel were like those were the two hot it girls. It was like those were if ScarJo wasn't in one, Jessica Biel was in the other thing. You know. So that's funny.
Yeah, so I remember watching those two, and with The Prestige, I don't know why, but ever since then, I've always had it in my mind as like, once I knew who Christopher Nolan was, I was always like, yeah, The Prestige is probably my favorite non-Batman Christopher Nolan movie, and I for some reason I just never had it in my mind to rewatch it. Rewatching it now, I would still say I would give it a very solid 8 out of 10. It's just going back and like watching it again, knowing the twist, I could not help but have those thoughts in my head of like, well, wait. So here's one thing. When I was a kid, I thought that the Christian Bale character, I thought they weren't twins. I thought he was a clone, and unlike Jackman, he just kept the clone alive.
I thought that too at one point for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So because to me that made more sense. I was like, okay, it's a clone, and obviously a clone, he's not gonna live an independent life. He just was created, so that's why you kept him around, and they decided to switch lives because he took pity on him. When you know it's a twin, I feel like it raises a lot of questions. Like, well, didn't this twin have an independent life before he became a magician? When there were people who know this, how did he shut those people up? Stuff like that rattles my mind, that keeps me from like really, really loving it. That being said, I really appreciate a lot of the filmmaking technique that went into it. This is a movie that made in 2006. It could have been come out today. It would still feel just as well made. It did not feel old
for that
at all.
Credit song.
Yes.
So I like the song separately, but it is like it is an odd like. Did you get this for free? Like, is that a Warner Brothers call? Like, unless who knows? Maybe Nolan's like, I love this song, man, and I got to put up. It fits with The Prestige. Like, it doesn't fit at all in the ending. You know, it's just it it's a super odd choice. I think the only thing about you're saying with the brothers, I think the thing that would help, but they don't do it. I feel like when him and Jackman see the fishbowl magician, they're supposed to be like a lot younger than they actually look in the movie. So I feel like it's almost like you're still right that even if he was 16 or 17, why is like what's Bale's brother doing this whole time? But that's why it takes like, okay, well maybe if they saw them as like young men, maybe the jig isn't up, maybe somewhere else. Unless I don't think they're always planning this, because I always think as the fishbowls, like that's his aha moment of like, that's what it takes to be a good magician, is you gotta do this
sacrifice
all the time, every time.
But that brings up my last big complaint. That I'll go to the positives. I think this movie could have been a lot better if it had like a half hour more to breathe. I feel like if we could have gotten just a bit more backstory on both characters to see why they chose this path, why it turned into an obsession for them, and also at the end, like it ending on the big twist is like a big like, oh shit moment. So I understand why they did that, but I would have loved a little bit more context to just see more interactions between the twins, of them talking to each other, more like stuff to make it feel more like a main package. But apart from that, like you guys said, I have nothing bad to say about any of the performances aside from Scarlett Johansson. Hugh Jackman, that man is a versatile actor. The way he has to play all these different performances. He plays the drunk that they hired to be his double. He has to play the English accent, the American accent. He's fantastic. Christian Bale, I think I was just poisoned by him because I was never a huge fan of him as Batman. But seeing him here, I'm like, this is a Christian Bale I like. I like Christian Bale in this mode, and when he does something like where you don't even recognize him, like when he's in Vice or something like that.
Do you like him as is it all of Batman, or is it just him as like literal Batman? Like, do you like his Bruce Wayne, or is the
both?
Package?
Both I'm not a huge fan of.
That's fine.
Yeah.
No, I was just wondering.
And last thing I'll also say, Andy Serkis, great little cameo in this. He was delightful. I could have taken more of him in his weird little American businessman accent.
He should be another Nolan guy too. You know, like when I was watching that, I was like, it's like The Prestige is this weird little, other than Bale and Kane, who he already worked with. He didn't work with any of these people ever again. Like, not Rebecca Hall, who I'd kill to see him in Rebecca Hall. Like, I love Rebecca Hall and stuff. And never ScarJo, who's like a better actress now today than she was back then. Not Hugh Jackman, not Andy Serkis. Obviously, Bowie passed. And if you don't know the history behind that, like Nolan, like he went out. It was like Spielberg trying to get Lewis for Lincoln. He had to send like Bowie like 3 handwritten notes because Bowie kept turning him down. It's like, I really don't want to do this. For whatever reason, Bowie's like, I don't want to do this. And he like wrote again. And eventually, like, I think he just battered him down to like, and Bowie's great as Tesla. He didn't have that, but when you see that on paper, you're like, oh, that's going to be super distracting. Like David Bowie as Tesla, that's going to be like really hammy.
He just fades right into the performance.
Yeah, it's like a really, like, I mean this in a good way, like mundane, subtle performance. Like same thing. Like if you add half an hour more, I could take more of the scene in Tusk of those two in that 20-minute conversation. I could have had that with Hugh Jackman and Tesla. Like I could have had that.
The Tesla Edison dynamic could have been like a better comparison between the two main characters who have their rivalry going on.
Yeah,
that could help too.
I could have had that, and I do understand your points, especially with the twins. I think with Jackman, I'm fine because when he dies, at least he explains the like, oh, you never got it. It's the look on their faces, the fact to surprise them. So like the ending made me understand why he does it. He just loves the, oh, I got you moment. I do love though that they kind of like make what's in the barrels a twist, even though they before that they show us like a 15-minute montage of him killing multiple Hugh Jackmans and these things, but it's like he's like scared to like move it, and it shows Hugh Jackman. They kind of treat it like they almost shouldn't have showed us that it was Jackman dying these things, because we know what's in there.
I love when he said though that with Hugh Jackman, when he said like, I went up there not knowing whether I was going to be the clone who died or the one that I thought, man, the Hugh Jackman character to me, like that's why I know they're both supposed to be kind of like the villains of the movie in a way. I'm not going to lie, up until the end, I was still kind of rooting for Jackman.
Yeah, I think it's still, near the end when he's like taking his daughter and doing, and like framing it, like now it's like, okay, man, your obsession is like too far. But yeah, that's what I love. Like even the first time he like clones himself, technically the guy that ends up over there could be the guy we're following the whole movie, right? We don't know for a fact of like how this system works and everything. So it's such a fun.
And at least the sacrifice that Jackman makes, to me, like this is how I frame it, he only does that to himself. He's only hurting himself.
Yes.
Whereas with Bale living the double life, doing that to the two women is such a like, that's just an awful thing he's inflicting upon even the daughter. Like the daughter doesn't know that she has 2 different dads, and one of them is taking care of her now, and the other one's dead. I don't know how he's going to explain that to her, but that's probably a future him problem.
I don't think he ever will. I don't think he ever. I think all she knows is just that that's her dad. Because the last conversation, which I love when you watch the first one, he's like, "I'm going to see you real soon," and you just think, "Oh, it's a dad comforting his daughter," but like, no, legit, he's going to see her soon, just with the brother. So I think it's just they never. He's never going to reveal that conversation or anything that daughter, and just you're going to grow up thinking that I guess he's going to have to walk around like big Hugh Jackman mustaches now too, because he's like a dead man, right? So they gotta get out of there. And I do like that Michael Caine is the. Like, he helps Hugh Jackman so much in the movie, but then when he finds what Jackman's doing, he switches like back to his like original protege of kind of like, okay, you're messing up this kid's life now. I can't be with you on there. Even though I like, again, that Hugh Jackman was like, I didn't want to involve you in any of this. Like, he's actively looking out for Michael Caine the whole time. He doesn't want to get him like his hands dirty, but he's, I guess, a good person, so.
Yeah, Michael Caine is the heart of the movie for sure.
Oh yeah, he's fantastic. So.
Yeah, and that ending shot too, like you alluded to, you know what's going on, because when he's using it, you know he's cloning himself at that point. You know what he's doing with the tank, but I feel like it's also just the visual of it hits too, because there's multiple shots of like just like rows of tanks, filled up in that place. So then when you see the body, it's like it just puts into context like everything he's been doing, like how often he literally killed himself. It's
like he also implied that in his head he died the day his wife died, and everything he's done since then has just been. But again, that's why I feel like the Jackman character is a lot better realized than the Bale character, because his motivation is, this guy probably killed my wife. I'm going after this son of a bitch with everything I've got.
Yeah, and that's one other thing, like with the tanks and everything. You can, like, how does he? All the times where both Bale and Hugh Jackman end up on stage in costume, it's an unbelievable amount of just like, how did you not check him? Like, yeah, and he volunteers. Oh, that guy that looks like bored in like even the last night, like. How does he know Bale? And I just take it that he must be up there and he sees Bale in the corner of his eye and he knows, like, okay, tonight's the night. All I can imagine is the Jackman goes to the box and the other Jackman goes up. It's just booking it through the streets. Like, he does not want to be seen anywhere near that arena. He's just like, oh my God, I got him. He's down there. He thinks I'm dying. Like, I would have loved to seen, the flashback of him on that night. Like, oh, I fucking finally, and he's watching him getting arrested. And he's just like, because like you have, like, how you, like, and if Borden doesn't ever come, what's he just going to do? Is he just going to kill himself the rest of his life?
Because he only had 100 shows, I think. That was the big deal, is that he had 100
Right, so he's going to kill himself 100 times, which I guess he knew Borden's going to eventually come and get him, right? And even that dynamic, it's so great when the Borden is talking to, God, what's the fake brother's name? What's the assistant's name? Fallon, yeah. When he's like, okay, it's Bale telling Fallon to leave it alone. We're done with it. And then later on in the prison, he's like, oh, sorry, you told me to leave it alone. I should have. That's not the conversation that we saw. Also, once you know the twist, it's him talking to Fallon, who's dressed as one. So when Fallon, he's the one that goes to the show. But at the time, you're like, why is he saying, like, you told me I should have gone to the show? Like, we just saw a scene of Bale saying, no, you don't go to the show. So it's like, at times, that's why with the Dolan stuff, you're like, is this like are these actively continuity errors? And then like, oh no, it's because he's talking to himself right now and Fallon's there, So.
That's why I love this for a rewatch though, because I find you pick up those moments so much when you've seen it already. Obviously, like the twist sticks out, it seems more apparent, but for the most part, I feel like throughout my life, when I've given this movie for people to watch for the first time, I'm always worried, they're gonna pick up on it, because when I rewatch it, it feels obvious. Like with Fallon, he seems a bit sketchy. They kind of avoid him a little bit, but no one ever really comes back to me saying, they figured it out. It was so obvious. Like, it seems to, like, the movie describes itself. It fools. It fools the audience,
And they also drop multiple brother references too throughout the movie, which seems like now when you know the twist, you're like, it seems so like audacious, but like there's some line that I can't remember. Bale says it to Scarlett Johansson's character, but telling like not like his brother, but just like the concept of a brother in general, and it's almost like him like like do you want to know like Fallon's got like obviously.
When they killed the bird,
right? Where's his brother, right? Yeah, and how does he pull off the trick? Because the bird has a brother, and there's all these little things where it's just like it seems like it should be right there in your face, but it's not.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. I felt stupid this time around. I'm like, did I really not realize like that it's just Christian Bale in makeup? Yeah. And I didn't. I had no idea the first time I watched it years ago. Yeah.
Well, even on that note, from literally the opening shot, like that opening line challenges the viewer. You hear Bale, the voiceover are you watching closely? And the first two shots is all the duplicates of the top hat, and then it's a shot of the two birds, the two identical birds. So like literally from the opening shots, it reveals what
cool.
like one of the motifs, it's the theme,
Yeah.
Well, Nolan's definitely good with like thematics and layering that throughout the story.
Oh yeah, he's pro at that, and best of the best there. Kirklin, I know you've talked about Prestige quite a few times for us being one of the ones you go back to.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's funny. My origin is so similar to Mike's because I have like very vivid memories of watching this with my uncle, and we watched this and The Illusionist like around the same time. I don't know. Just at my grandma's house, he had them on his hard drive or something. So we just like watched those. We watched Fracture too at like the same time. I don't know if anyone's seen that movie. Anthony Hopkins movie.
No, it's good. Thumbs up.
Oh no, yeah, no. I'm on the thumbs down. Kirklin tried to.
I haven't rewatched it. I haven't rewatched it, so it's like it's in my head. Maybe I won't rewatch it.
He was one day listing all these great movies, and he one day like snuck in Fracture, and I was like, or Fracture. Like,
it's these
Fracture.
memories I have. Okay.
I was like, I think you need to revisit that one. Ryan Gosling, Anthony Hopkins. Yeah.
When's the last time you guys saw it, though? Sorry, Kirklin. When's the last time you saw it?
I'll say within. I feel like maybe before or early days of the podcast, so probably about 10 years ago, because I feel like I had seen it not that long ago, and Kirkland's like, "Oh, Fraction's great." So I'll say within a decade, I was like, "Fracture, like."
I'd give it a rewatch. I'd give it a rewatch because even me on my first viewing, I was underwhelmed. You have those two actors, but I rewatched it the last couple, like maybe 2 years ago, and it was actually decent. I'd give it a rewatch. Give it another shot.
I don't like Hopkins, but
it's true. Yeah,
That's we can't even get in that. You just don't like Hopkins. Period. That's it.
He's always old. He's always boring.
It's not his fault. He was born a 6-year-old man.
So was Michael Caine.
30. Yeah, he's been old since he was 30. He's boring.
He's got the Ric Flair effect. Oh, Sam, you gave Fracture free, so you're like you're somewhere in the middle there.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
okay.
And then Clay, you gave it. Oh, go ahead.
A 3 in this economy is good, I reckon.
Yeah, that's not too bad. And Clay, you gave it 2.5, but that, to clarify, that's a fail for you, right, Clay?
That's too high.
And also, because I clicked your box, why do you have Howard the Duck as your favorite movie on Letterboxd currently? I was trying to get.
Be asked about it.
Okay.
Because I thought it'd be funny.
Yeah, I was like, I thought you were hacked for a second, but okay, we'll come back to Fracture one day, Kirkland. Go back to Prestige.
Maybe I'll pick that movie next year.
Yeah, if you win, we're watching Fracture.
Absolutely.
Could have given this instead of Tusk.
Yeah, no, Tusk. That came to mind right away. But yeah, no, it was just this era of me being exposed to those types of movies of like they have a twist at the end. Fight Club too. Like I just feel like this around that time was when I first saw those movies, and it just awoken something in me of like this is something different than like Spy Kids or Land Before Time. Like this is a different type of film that I'm watching. It really makes you yeah, exactly. Makes you think more, and I feel like the butterfly effect was in there too, of just like a movie that I watched and I had no idea what the fuck happened, and then at the end,
Ashton Kutcher trying his best for 2 hours. You ever seen The Time Machine with Guy Pearce? I know you don't like Guy Pearce, but there's another one like that.
No, I don't think so.
No, don't watch it.
Is that like a medieval movie?
No, no. He goes back to a time
Prestige, actually.
Yeah, he goes back to a time that looks like medieval times, but I think it's like Planet of the Apes, where it's like, no, this is Earth like 2040, and it's gone to shit. Yeah.
Maybe I have. I don't know.
You can skip it. Don't worry. You don't like Guy Pearce, so.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a different type of movie that I'd seen, and I just love that idea of like, holy fuck, I did not see that twist coming at all. I did not understand the double Christian Bale thing in The Prestige, especially like the first couple times that I had watched it. Like you, Mike, I was like so on Hugh Jackman's side. I'm like, he is the protagonist of the movie. I'm so like heartbroken that he dies at the end. And then now like rewatching, I'm like, oh, he just like stole that guy's daughter, let him die. Like it's so like fucked up how like deep off the end he goes. But no, I love the movie back then, and for I think all of Nolan's films, like they just get better on rewatches for me. I knew I was gonna be watching this, so I watched Inception leading up to it too. Another one that I just loved even more. I rewatch Tenet every year because I love that movie. I try and understand it even more, even more on each rewatch. But I absolutely love this movie. This was my most favorite rewatching of it. I don't know, it just hit so much harder. The Michael Caine dialogue hit so good. Christian Bale so fantastic. Hugh Jackman. I don't mind ScarJo's accent in this. It's kind of fun just because it's like she's just been Black Widow in my eyes for so long lately. So to just have like a different performance of hers. Has anybody seen The Perfect Score with her and Chris Evans in it?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's a blast from the past.
Yeah.
That was like a DVD we had in like the minivan growing up, and it was we would just watch it whether we're going to soccer practice or whatever. It was just always on in the minivan, and I remember her from that. But no, I think this. Sorry, what's that?
Sorry. Go.
I was just gonna say, I love this movie. I love the twist. Magic is wild. It's just like the hardcore committers of doing this, especially like this era where like you got to fully commit the catching bullet technique where like they said like anyone can just fuck with you, put anything.
You got to hate birds.
Time in there. Yeah, you got to kill birds all the time. Yeah. That poor lady just got her fingers mangled for just good night on the town going, no, I'm going to see a magic show tonight. And Christian Bale just destroys her hands.
Yeah. With the that look he gives that little grin when he
yeah. And he has like the fakest beard I've ever seen in my life. It's like nowhere near the same color of his head.
Yeah. They're about to do the trick and they look up and Christian Bale's right there. And you're just like, what's about to happen here? And like, even though I'm usually on their side.
There's a lady losing her hand.
Yeah. Even though I'm usually on their side when they're like, oh, we'll just cut the act. And the guy's like, no, your shows are canceled. Like, I'm getting a comedian. No, this actually was Christian Bale. When they looked up. Yeah. And then snap! Like, innocent woman. She did not deserve to have her fingers mangled.
Dude, he just stares Jackman dead in the eyes. He just stares him.
And no one arrests him either. No one stops this guy who just assaulted her. Like, especially back then, like he could have been shot on the streets. I'm watching fucking Peaky Blinders right now. Somebody could have got him.
That's what I'm saying. Bale's always getting other people involved in this shit.
He is. Yeah, he really is. Yeah. Okay, well, before we move on to replacements, I forgot that I had this up before we move on. This is just, I don't know, it's called Peter Pan. This is Hugh Jackman. So here you go. This is a rendition of.
Oh my god.
Versatile actor, I'm telling you.
Nirvana is one of my all-time favorite bands, and I died when I saw them.
Better than the one at the beginning of Black Widow.
And it's something just like, technically, like, isn't it supposed to be like Peter Pan's isn't like early 1900s or some shit like that?
Oh yeah, it makes no sense. It's some Moulin Rouge type of stuff going on.
That looks like an Old Spice commercial.
Oh yeah, it looks like a parody movie. Yeah. I've never seen it in my life, but I just remember that clip going around when that movie was. I was like, what are they doing to my boy over here?
It was a good director that made that too. Like I think it was the guy who did like Anna Karenina and a bunch of other like old Victorian era movies.
I think so. I think it's called. Oh, I think it's just called Pan. That's why it's just called Pan. That's why he was forgetting, because he has to learn. He's not Peter Pan yet. He has to earn the Peter. It's directed by Joe Wright.
Yeah,
who did Pride and Prejudice, Atonement. Yeah, what the fuck is he doing Pan for? Darkest Hour of Hannah. Like sometimes Syriana, which I want to watch. Like sometimes these directors, when they're doing something, I'm like, what? Like how did he? Like same thing. Same situation. How the guy that made The Green Knight? Why did he direct a fucking Disney Plus Peter Pan adaptation? Like, why did that happen?
Everyone wants to make their Peter Pan movie. You know,
they really do. It's like their God. What's the one he's getting remade? Chris. Well, that and Christmas Carol, because we got like two of them. People are always like, I got my own take on Scrooge, and it's only like 2% different, but I watch it like a fiend anyways. But all right, let's go to replacements. I don't have much more to say because I think I said my thoughts that like. I enjoyed it enough. It wasn't at least like watch that I hated, but I just like, it's the type of 2000s movie that maybe probably wasn't up my alley. Didn't laugh too much. Yeah, fun soundtrack. I think this thing that I had a good time watching it, but not in the enjoyment sense and like okay, this is a cool little Like, if my kids asked me, like, describe to me, like, a 2000s movie, this was probably a top 10 movie you could show and be like, oh, yeah, this is some of the, like, very mediocre, fine stuff. And it's crazy. I don't look at much trivia, but this movie, like, bombed at the box office. It had a budget of 50 million, only made 58 million. So, like, and back then, at least, they had DVD sales and cable, so they probably still made a profit, but still, like, you would have thought after Matrix, like, and especially too, because not only them, I've heard other people talk about their placements. I thought, like you, Mike, it was like a cult hit that I've just been avoiding for years. Because, like, honestly, like I'm not a big fan of sports movies. I have ones that I love, but I'm not like, oh, every time this comes up, I need to watch one, like, because they just follow. It's like a musical biopic for the most part. They follow all the similar tropes, and hey, I'm that way with comic book movies, but I like comic books, so that's where it's like that's the difference. So for me, the sports stuff, I always avoided it, and it's crazy stuff of just like let's say this is the NFL, the entire league's going on strike 4 weeks before the playoffs. Like, if this situation were to ever happen, it would at least happen after the season. No way some fucking quarterback or anybody's like, especially this team. It'd be different if you were a loser team that was start of the season. It's like, oh, somehow that to me would be more believable if the strike happens, these rookies get to the playoffs, and then they come back and take the glory. This team only has to win 3 games to get to the playoffs. There's no way these players like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. And especially it's so funny where we're in the 2000s. Nowadays, you could never do a movie where like the league is the good guy. Like they paint all the players wanting money and more rights and more travel stuff. It's like, they should want that. They're rich quarterbacks. It's like, and nowadays, like, look how much they get paid. And anytime Roger Goodell like waves to the fucking queen, they're like, fuck this man. Like he gets booed the same way Trump does at a rally. Like when he shows up, it's like, I don't know about Roger Goodell, but like, I don't know if he deserves to be booed out of the house like every single time you see him. Like he'll be up there presenting the fucking Super Bowl trophy and like, fuck you, Roger. Like,
the draft is the best. The draft, like 10 times in a row, they just don't stop.
It's like, I'm fine. Yeah, do it once, but yeah. So it is a strange movie. I can see why people like Emily or anyone, if they grew up with it, why they could, because I have movies like that, right? Like Bedazzled. I fucking love Bedazzled. Is that a good movie? No, it is not. But Brendan Fraser, Elizabeth Hurley, The Wishes, all that. Orlando Jones is also in that movie. Which shout out to him. Where is Orlando Jones nowadays? He should have been somebody that like been around more. So I enjoyed it, but I will likely, by my choice, never watch it again, just because it's like a fine whatever comedy movie.
Your thing about Orlando Jones is my thing about Faison Love. I think that guy should be in every movie.
Emily likes Faison Love too, and I was like, who?
He's great. He's the guy in Elf who's like, there's no singing in the North Pole. He's fucking awesome. That guy, he makes me laugh so hard. There's a movie that now hasn't aged well because Diddy is in it. And it's Jon Favreau, Vince Vaughn follow-up to Swingers, which is one of my favorite movies. It's called Made. Have you guys seen this?
No.
It's like Jon Favreau and Vince Vaughn become small-time gangsters, and they go from LA to New York to do a small job for a gangster. And
is it drama or comedy?
It's a comedy, and it's like it's kind of like Swingers, but if they somehow got a job to be gangsters. And they have to do some deal with like the Irish mafia or something. And Faison Love and Diddy are the guys who they meet in New York and go to meet these Irish mobster guys. And it's really stupid, but Faison Love is really funny. Favreau and Vince Vaughn are really funny.
I've seen this poster before, for sure. I've definitely seen that. Is this like a Be Cool Pulp Fiction situation where it's like the lesser of the swinger? Like,
yes.
Like that, where it's like we're trying to recapture that, but.
Yeah, very much like Swingers, the B- version.
Oh, Femke Jensen. Okay, she's in there.
Yeah. That's like Favreau's girlfriend. He's dating her, and he's also like her bodyguard when she goes out to do strip club parties. And then he gets really angry and beats people up if they touch her. It's a weird movie.
I see.
Movie.
Yeah, I see Diddy. I wonder when it feels like he's trying, since True Detective's trying to do that, but I wonder when. Like Vince Vaughn was almost in like Academy Award adjacent stuff for a while, and then he just did. I'd have to look. Maybe it's Old School. It's like he just did Old School, and he's like, I'm doing this for 20 years. You know, like he tried True Detective, and I don't even think he's bad in there. I think that he's just not the greatest. And there's other stuff he's tried, but along the way, you know what probably cooked him to roast his brain cell was when he was fucking Norman Bates. I forgot about that when he did that shot for shot remake, and I think he got pretty like maligned like critically for that. It's like, and that if I was his agent, terrible. That's a bad setup. Like they're gonna shot for shot remake Psycho, and you're gonna play Norman Bates. Never. Like no actor. It's like fucking Mike Flanagan doing The Mist. It's like your agent, your wife needs to say, Mike, not this one. Don't do this. It's not going to go well. I hate to say it, I say this all the time. The guy's playing fucking Snape in that Harry Potter show. I feel bad for him. I just feel like everyone that doesn't read the books thinks Snape acts like that. He doesn't. That's just Alan Rickman playing Snape, and everyone's going to expect him to be that. And it's like, you can't be Alan Rickman. So it's just like, the fact that his agent ever let Vince Vaughn be Norman Bates in the Psycho remake, and shot for shot too. You know,
right before that, he did the Lost World, where he was trying to be like a cool, like, what is he? He's like a environmental specialist.
Yeah,
guy.
but he has like a gun or so. Like he's got a bit more bad, but at least that's Spielberg. I can understand that, right? Like at least yeah, they're doing a sequel to Jurassic World. Spielberg's back, and it's like, all right, like
yeah.
No, not either. Not like I like it. The only thing I love about it is like Goldblum's the lead in it, and it's Goldblum before Goldblum's like a caricature of himself. Like rarely nowadays do you get like a real Jeff Goldblum performance any now. It's like Johnny Depp in those last Pirates movies where he's playing Johnny Depp, playing Jack Sparrow. That is Jack Sparrow. You know?
We got a great Jeff Goldblum performance in the past couple of years. What are you talking
Don't
about?
talk about Oz. Don't bring me up with the reveal and the dance. But he's not in that movie that much, Mike. Like he's in there, but he's like he's playing like a Goldblum. Like he's playing what you would want. I get that, you know. So God damn.
Found a way to sneak it in.
Yeah,
I love it, Mike.
Yeah, what did you think about the replacements, Mike? You talked a little bit about any more thoughts before we move on?
Yeah, I actually mirror a lot of what you thought about it. To me, it's like it is a perfect example of a 5 out of 10 movie. Like nothing bad about it, nothing great about it. Felt very much like a 2000s era movie. Felt weird that it was oddly against unionization and like there was so much about it that was kind of fascinating. And like how I said about how The Prestige felt like it was a movie that could have been made years later. This felt like a movie. I saw it was made in 2000. This looked like it was made in the early 90s at least. I don't know if it was the film grain quality or what was going on. It just felt old. The storyline, it 2 hours long, and yet when I look back at it, I'm like, there couldn't possibly have been more than like an hour and 20 minutes worth of plot going on there.
They could have cut the entire romantic angle. Like, and I know that's the thing of the 2000s is every movie, I feel like that was like a comedy, and even like almost every genre needed the love interest. That wasn't needed at all. It added nothing to like the whole thing was him bonding with the team. It's not like the team hated him and she was like the bridge to be like, no, like you guys should work together. Like they didn't give her anything other than
when
like
the villain was like, you don't deserve her at the end when he comes in. It's
like,
like
there wasn't
so
that much
random.
conflict. That villain was like a big nothing burger. Like you think it's going to build up to a big confrontation. They just kick him out at the end, and it's like, okay, well, I guess that's done.
Tie back to Nolan. He's also in Dark Knight Rises. Don't forget, he's the mayor that gets kidnapped by Anne Hathaway,
Joker.
And he's Joker. He's Arthur Wayne, or he's Thomas Wayne. He's Bruce Wayne and Joker's dad.
That
in that one,
great. He's great at being an asshole. That guy.
He is. But me and Emily have a feeling that I guarantee you there was a storyline where they used to date or he tried to hit on her because and they cut it. Like I bet because that line made no sense. He was like, "She's too good for you, man." What you've shown? You guys have had zero interaction. It's not like, oh, that's the one person he's friendly with or fake friendly with. He's like, you don't deserve her, man. It's like. What? Like
it also felt like a lot of the side characters
now?
Had storylines that got cut. Like the Reese Ifan's character, he was probably my favorite guy in the whole movie. He had this like subplot where he was like had gambling debts or something, and they were going to take his bar away. I don't think that got any conclusion.
They show up in the game. He gets nervous, gets injured, and they never dovetail it. Like, because even at the end, Gene Hackman's like, no one remembered them. They didn't get any sponsorship deals. So what? Did Reese Evans get fucking killed the next day? Like
this movie, and I thought it was going to happen. It needed an Animal House style ending where it's just a freeze frame on all of their faces and a little thing of text saying what happened to them. That was I thought for sure we were going to get that.
And especially too, they emphasize so much that the crowd in 4 games fell in love with these people. So the fact that they're like, oh, and after this game they were really never heard from again. It's like, what? Like, why? Like,
and you just brought up that. Okay, so the strike was the entire league. I thought it was just that team because now I'm thinking, well, why were they only talking about the replacements when they came to that team and not the other teams?
No, it's like they had the worst replacement. And I feel like the movie went back and forth between it was the league and it was the team. Like it was always it was always the whole league, but it felt like the story they were telling. It felt like it was just that team.
Yeah.
And it was, and too, like, why did just the quarterback cross the line and no one else from the team? Like, I know because drama, right? But like, why did nobody else? No, like, oh, we could go to the Super Bowl, sure. Or I'll cross the line. Like, it made no, like, they didn't care about any of that stuff. They
weird 30-second Keith David cameo too, which I'm not going to knock more Keith David, but still, I thought he was going to be a main character at the beginning. Oh yeah, Keith David, awesome.
I wish.
Because they showed all the people in the credits, and they didn't show Keith David. When they showed him, like, oh my god, they kept him as a secret. And oh no, he's just, I don't know, owed someone a favor for something. I don't know.
Like, well, you look at his IMDb page, and I think that pretty much is his career.
He owes someone. Keith owes someone a favor, David.
He's awesome. He's awesome.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah,
which is kind of funny you say that, Mike. Like, I like the movie more than other people, but he did show up in like Shelby Oaks, like the Chris Stuckman movie. He's like the insane asylum like director or whatever, like the warden. So hey, maybe that means Kirklin, we can get him for one of the GV movies. We gotta get something on him, exactly. And he'll owe us a favor. You know, we told you to watch this movie for him. You know, there's our favor. So.
Now I'm wondering if there's another cut, because even that scene with the gamblers,
release the replacements.
Because Mike, when you were describing that, as I was watching, I was waiting for that scene of them confronting him in the locker room, like, hey, if you don't miss this kick, whatever, something's gonna happen. I was literally waiting for that scene as if I've seen that scene. And it never came, so I'm wondering.
And you know what's weird too is those mobster guys. I'm gonna show this because Kirkland's laughing because I just checked my DMs and I show what Maddie sent me finally.
Bring it up, please.
Oh yeah. The fakest beard of all time. Christian Bale's rocking and that look too. I got you, man.
He just stares him dead in the eyes. Like.
I'm probably gonna add that to our memes. That's a good one.
Oh yeah.
But it's so weird. Like those gambler guys, they sit down like they're there to watch just the game, right? Because they look surprised to see Reese there. But clearly, if they're fans. Like they're paying money to see this game. You would think that maybe they would be following up and see like, oh, this guy's kicker. Like I thought, oh, they're showing up to get him, but they look surprised to see him there. So like, it's so weird. What this whole story like, why even do this? I guess it sets up that Keanu Reeves like, yeah, I want the ball, I want to win. But like that's all it does.
Even the Jon Favreau character, I feel like there was more to him that got cut out. It's like they had all these things, and then they realized, oh well, we got Keanu, so we got to keep the camera on him. So all those other subplots, let's just cut those right now.
Matrix was huge, man. We got to give him that screen time, you know. So, geez.
I completely agree with everything you guys are saying. Who is the actress who plays his girlfriend? I've never seen her in anything. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like I think she was really cute. Like I thought she was fun. She was willing to like put up with a really dumb part. Like she has nothing to do.
I always football knowledge though, man. Her football knowledge.
She
should be the OC. For
and then you had the other subplot with the strippers cheerleaders that never came back either.
No, just that one game when they're like humping each other and spanking each other and like distracts the team.
I've never seen her in anything else.
She's in Swingers.
What is she?
She's in Swingers.
Okay, I don't remember that. She's done a bunch of TV. Swingers.
Oh.
We're just bringing up Swingers. She's in Swingers.
Yeah. He meets her. Okay. So she's another Favreau friend. He meets her at the bar, and he's the girl who he leaves like 20 messages on her answering machine.
Oh.
She's like, don't ever call me again. Yeah.
Okay, so it's that and this. And then after this, she did like a bunch of TV. But I thought for years, because I've always threatened to watch this and I didn't, when I saw the cover and it's like Gene Hackman, who's just like photoshopped like randomly there. Like it's just a scene from the movie. And that's Keanu with this girl. It's always like her from the back or the side. So I thought, oh, must be some big 90s actress. And yeah, same thing. It's something that I'd never seen before. And then other than I guess Swingers, which I haven't seen a while or after. So. But yeah, she's done a bunch of TV. She's still like acting. She's in stuff. I think she's done like a couple like Hallmark movies and everything. So she's still getting work, you know.
GV movie.
Sure, we'll get her. We'll reunite her and Keith David together. But yeah, Clay, continue on. What you got? Any more thoughts on replacements?
Not really. I think I've said everything. Like perfectly fun movie. I don't know. I think it was a good time, and I echo the Reese Ifans love. He's hilarious. It's so stupid. Faison Love is my guy. Favreau cracks me up. It is such a dumb movie, and I had a perfectly good time rewatching it. That's all.
So many Neil drops too. I was counting the seconds in between them. Sometimes it would be like one song would end and the next one would immediately kick in. Like there was like a triple shot of that going on in the games.
They ran the budget though because 2 songs they played back twice throughout the movie.
I was gonna say when Reese Ifrins, every time he scores a field goal, they like play that one song. I don't know what song it is. It's not the Olay song that he keeps singing. It's like a different one. I watched it earlier today and I can't remember what song it is, but yeah, they just kept replaying whatever songs. But
did it leave an impression on you, Kirklin? You watched it today?
Yeah, what
the rotation?
Yeah, I watched it today. I thought I had seen this movie before, but I definitely have not. I thought this was Invincible with
Mark
Wahlberg.
Oh,
yeah,
I would
that's a
never
good movie.
made you. No, I would never make you watch that. I went on a double date during that movie. Quick aside before you go, Kirkland. I literally did not have a ride. My friend drove me there, and he's like, "Oh, it's gonna be great. You're gonna love her." Me and this girl did not click whatsoever. And this is like in the middle school, high school era, I guess. And it's like, oh, we're gonna hold hands. I don't know why I'm holding this girl's hand. I just met her. We haven't talked. It's just a double date, and I didn't because I didn't have a ride. But I remember I was like, I'm gonna use washroom. I walked outside the theater and I was like, how long would it take for me to walk home? I was close to leaving the date and this movie because I was not liking this date. I was not liking the movie and I could not wait for it to be over. I eventually cowardly okay, I'll go back in. I don't want to leave my friend alone. But I was like Walter White. I was like pacing back and forth. Like, how do I get out of this? How do I say I'm sick? Do I do this? And my mom was working too. So I couldn't call her to come pick me up. Like I was fucked. I was like, I was game over for me. So I had to sit there and do this double date. Never saw this girl ever again. It was
that's good.
You bring up trauma for bringing up Invincible, and I remember the movie ends like it ends right when he joins the team, and it's just like they give you all text and it's over. It's like what? That's it? Like
literally
that's
the kickoff, the end of the movie.
Yeah,
and it's the fucking Eagles. Fuck the Eagles.
But what percentage? Sorry, quickly. What percentage was the date, and what percentage was Invincible that was making you want to leave? Was it like 60-40? 70-30?
I'd actually say it was like a 50-50 because the movie just bored me. I didn't like it, and I was just annoyed the whole time by the date thing because I think at first it was just we're gonna see this movie, and then it's like, oh, like this girl I like is gonna come along and she has a friend. It's like, no man, like that's the worst type of setup. It's like you just want like just cancel on me and say you want to go to this movie with your girl. Like that's really I think what it was is we had plans, but his girl that he was either trying to woo want to see was just like just leave me at home. We can go see another movie another time. And I don't think I even want to see Invincible because I just talked about I'm not a sports movie guy. So here I am looking like fucking Homelander in the theater, and I just remember the next day, like, oh yeah, her friend said he didn't talk to her much. It's like, yeah, I had no interest in this person. Like I've never met her. You asked me to hold her hand. I was nice as a gentleman. I did it, but god damn.
Yeah.
Kirkland, continue.
He was probably too nervous to go on the date alone, so he needed backup. That's probably the real reason why.
Maybe, I don't know.
But yeah, so I thought this was Invincible, a movie that I haven't seen since the first time I've seen it. But I remember liking it, so I was like, oh, this is going to be fun rewatch. I do like sports movies. Remember the Titans, one of my all-time favorites. Oh, yeah. Denzel, come on, he's fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
And I kind of thought it was going to be like one of those where it's like a feel-good. I mean, it is an underdog story, I guess. But right away, like the first opening scene when he's on his boat and then he goes scuba diving, he's like scrubbing off the barnacles. And then he finds the trophy in the water. And grabs the football and he like stomps his foot and he's calling plays and he's just pretending to be a quarterback underwater. I honestly thought this was going to be like a top secret level like spoof movie. Like I thought it was going to be that level of ridiculous things going on where they're just playing football underwater. It doesn't make any sense at all. Just ridiculous.
Clay's building the DeLorean over there. He's going back in time to try to win the fantasy.
Where's my wrench?
He's trying to win the fantasy draft. I know who to draft.
But yeah, this was a wild movie. I thought it was okay. I don't know. I feel like if I watched it back in the day, it would have left a lot more impressionable memory of like, oh, I really like that movie. I like Keanu. There's some good moments in it. It feels like a 90s movie for sure. And
it's 2000s. Yeah. That's the thing.
I think I was surprised. I think I was surprised I didn't laugh more than I did. Jon Favreau was definitely one of my favorite parts of this. He was just such a wild card, and I didn't know what was going to happen.
He's just playing the character from Four Seasons almost. Like he's done this character a few times, like the big, like juiced up guy that's really angry. He likes that aesthetic.
Isn't he in Shallow Hal too?
Is he?
I think he is.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I feel like that one does not hold up.
Probably not. I'm not going to test that theory.
Yeah, he plays the same character in Four Christmases and like the Paul Rudd.
And Daredevil.
Oh right,
he's Foggy.
Best man. What's one? Him and Jason Segel.
I love you, man.
What is that called?
I love you, man. That's what it is. Yeah, he's like he's all like, and he always has the same like buzz cut and everything. Like, if he's buzz cut, that you know what Favreau you're getting. And it's just funny. I'm watching this movie, and I know there's many people that are included in it, but he's just tackling, doing all this stuff. He's like making eyes at his black player, and you don't know are they making him racist or not. They never answer that, by the way. He just stares at this black guy for half an hour, and it's very uncomfortable. But I just watched him like this guy started the MCU. You know, this guy he directed Iron Man, and we're seeing Doomsday. It's happy.
He brought Star Wars to TV.
Yeah, he's directing the first Star Wars movie in 7 years. It's just like it's jokes aside though, what a crazy career that guy has had. Like even just stuff like when he pops up, Chef, like he pops up in fucking Friends for like a 5-episode arc. Like it's the most random stuff ever, you know. So
is Chef good? Career. Chef and Burnt, the one with Cooper.
Chef's very good.
And
never seen Burnt. That poster for Burnt turned me off right away. It looks like Bradley Cooper's trying to sell me something, you know? Like Chef's good. Burnt, I don't know. Yeah. So
never seen it. Yeah. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Gene Hackman.
Watch this again?
Gene Hackman, I love him in Superman. So to have him in here, it was just like it was like a ginger ale left out for 3 days, like no bubbles left. It was just so flat. I think he like looks like a good coach on the side, like you know, like the outfit with the mustache. Like he just looks like that era of football. Yeah, like the football logistics didn't make any sense at all. But like just thinking of like, man, it wasn't that long ago where they just didn't have headsets in the quarterback's helmet. Like just calling plays, such a different idea. Not that long ago. So that you know made me think, and that was my only real football thought about this.
I was happy Madden gone there too. You know, I like that he was in there.
He's great. It was reminding me of like the aughts Madden games when like his voice would be like, pick this play. And I'm like, fuck, man. I don't
it's coming back. The second his family agrees to AI, John Madden's gonna be you're gonna be able to play as John Madden. You know?
You'd be him against that chicken that we saw today.
Yeah. I love the John Madden narrating the kiss when Keanu. I know we talked about it earlier. I forgot.
I like that too.
It was nice so funny. I thought it was so funny. I was dying laughing.
Yeah.
Also, this movie, oddly enough, it made me want to watch Dodgeball.
Yeah, Dodgeball. I think is definitely Dodgeball's definitely like the better version of this movie. I feel like more funnier and more like it just like even though I think the last time I watched it, I didn't love it as much as I did as like a youth.
Yeah,
it definitely has.
It didn't age as well.
But at least that one
there's some jokes. I'm like, wow, this is wild.
But that one has the nostalgia hooks in me, so that's why I might like it more.
And Ben Stiller's. Ben Stiller's delivering at a all-time level right there. You know, like he in the 2000s, either he was on or the cocaine was really good, but Ben Stiller could not be touched. Like Zoolander, you know, like he's just doing wild stuff. So I'm still mad we never got the Mission Impossible movie with him and Tom Cruise. Like
I love that behind the scenes shit.
So good. Yeah, he could have been great in here, but. Maddie,
Travis,
what do you think?
Have you seen Heavyweights where Ben Stiller's the bad guy?
Yeah, I have. They play it on Disney all the time.
It's a fucked up movie. Ben Stiller's really funny.
It's definitely him. He's playing the same dodgeball character. Like it's almost like the same plot.
It's like a dry run for that. Yeah.
And it's a great setup because his real life mom and dad are in the movie and they play the people that run the camp. And they set it up. They're like very nice. Like, well, we love these kids and we love everything we do. And then he comes in and he's just a fucking raging bull in that movie. And he's just being mean to these kids and stuff. But yeah, they used to play it on the Canadian Disney Channel here like all the time. I think technically it is a Disney movie, right?
It's on Disney Plus. Yeah, because that's
written by Judd Apatow.
Wow,
that tracks actually.
It's like his in to Hollywood. Yeah.
That I just feel like Apatow and what Stiller would do that tracks is like the early. It's like when you watch, because I talk about this all the time, like early In Living Color, and you see Jim Carrey. It's like his whole career is there. You see like everything he's gonna become later on, like this, just genetic jackhammer of just facial expressions and movements and all this stuff. But Heavyweights I've not seen in a good minute. Definitely, I gotta watch that at some point. So. Maddie, what do you think about the replacements?
Yeah, it's the exact situation some of you guys described. I basically saw it when I was a kid. I saw it growing up, so it definitely has that nostalgic vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a classic movie by any means, but it's a classic in my mind when you refer to a classic that you saw as a kid. It was a classic in your mind growing up, but it's obviously quality wise not up to par, but it's an enjoyable watch. I was happy when you chose it because I honestly haven't seen it. I can't tell you the last time I saw it, so it's so ironic that you chose it not having seen it, and half of the league was genuinely pumped. Like I know Clay was, and even John had seen it. He was excited, so
it worked out somehow.
Yeah, and for the rest of you guys, it was a first time watch. So it was a fun choice. It was a fitting choice. Even with the football season ending, I was in that football mood, so I was kind of amped. In my opinion, it's better than Invincible. Sorry, Mike. I know you like it, but
I will not die on that hill. It's fine.
Next year, if Mike wins, he's picking Invincible.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a good time. I jotted down a few notes for all the movies. For replacements, I did note Clay's the one who brought it up. Shane Falco, just very cool character name and quarterback name. Love it. As a kid, I always remembered them recruiting a soccer player as a field goal kicker.
Right,
Genuinely, I'm curious. We don't see it ever happen in the NFL. I feel like we're gonna see it happen one day, honestly, because
I feel like there's been like former collegiate soccer players that have been NFL kickers. I can't name you one, but I feel like that's just the thing.
You made it up right on the spot there.
Rugby punters too, right?
Yeah, rugby punters. Yeah, I don't know. I would love to see it. Honestly, I'm surprised someone hasn't taken
Cristiano Ronaldo at the ripe age of 41.
That'd be awesome.
See what I take from this movie? I'd love to see like a sumo wrestler as a linebacker.
That too.
Yeah.
Scorpion eggs.
What a character. Yeah.
What is his name? What is that guy's name again?
Is Jumbo?
Jumbo, yeah.
Yeah, Jumbo.
Throwing up on the field and shit.
Man, that scene when he just scorpion eggs down. I'm like, this is wild. I'm like, I can't do that before I go to work, let alone go tackle people. And then sure enough, he throws up, and I'm like, that's exactly what I thought was gonna happen.
Yeah. And then the last two notes, the soccer player as a kicker, and I always remember the scene of Favreau, because Favreau is he's just a psycho in this movie. When Gene Hackman tells him, "Go get me the ball, I want the ball," and he instantly goes and strips the guy and gets the fumble recovery. So that always stuck with me. And on this watch, which I didn't recall, was what Clay shouted out. John Madden narrating Falco making his move. It was so cheesy, but I loved it. I thought it was great.
So funny.
Yeah.
I couldn't stop thinking. Who was the villain's name? Malik, like the quarterback, whatever his name was.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm like, man, this is just Aaron Rodgers right here. Like this is this character's reminded me of. He's just getting mad at his team. His plays aren't working out. He's like, I got 2 Super Bowl rings. He's causing all this drama.
He'd cross the picket line.
Yeah, Rodgers for sure playing if he can. Oh god.
Don't have to get vaxxed. All right.
Yeah, we're good to go. All right, now we've come to the end. Kirklin, tell us why you picked Tusk.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Survivor series ended pretty early on in the season. I feel like it was in the first quarter.
Hopefully it goes longer next year. Yeah. And only 3 weeks of it or something. Everyone died quick.
I feel like I was at that point in the season. It didn't start hot, but I'm like, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good this year. There's some potential. I think we're still making the playoffs. It's potential out there, and I was just feeling good, and I was just feeling like cocky. Like I wanted to put you guys through some punishment there. And one movie that just instantly came to mind was Tusk, and I had only seen this movie one other time before this. I had heard of this movie beforehand because my dad watched it and told me about it, and it just sounded so fucking weird. And he watches weird movies. Like I watch fucked up movies with him, but I feel like the ones that filter through the cracks that I don't watch. Like he just watches them. Rubber. Has anybody seen Rubber? About the killer tire.
Oh yes, a long time ago.
There you go. So he's the one that told me about that movie, stuff like that. But he decided to throw this on when I think my sister, my brother-in-law were at their place. I was there with
God.
Shay. This is like early on when
This is
Shay
like
and
a
I were
family
dating
movie
too.
you guys made
Oh
this?
yeah.
Oh
We
my
threw
God.
this on.
I got
The other
some
one that we
questions for your
watched,
dad.
Travis. The other one that we watched with this like exact same setting of people was what was the Brahms movie? Was it The Boy? With the doll?
It's just The Boy.
Yeah, The Boy.
Yeah.
The same thing. Like we all watched that as a family. It's just I don't know why we picked these
You
movies.
guys got some interesting
Tusk
family choices.
was the one we threw on. I think we double featured it with Get Out. That was the first time I'd seen Get Out.
Oh,
and
very
then followed up
comparable.
with Tusk.
They're very similar movies.
But followed up with Tusk. So we started
It's
with
like
Get
The
Out.
Prestige and The
then we went to
Illusionist.
Tusk. Yeah.
That's fucking
And,
wild, man. Tusk is fucking
yeah.
wild to watch with the family.
How early were you into dating Shay at this point? Like how is this not a red flag? How did
First
she not get the
2
fuck
years,
out?
I'd say,
Okay, 2 years.
yeah.
Okay, that's fine. First year, she's getting the fuck out of here. You guys don't live together.
Yeah.
If your dad's putting on Tusk.
Yeah, and very much not her movie. Very much not her type of movies.
No,
Just-
Tusk is rarely
sitting
anybody's
through
movie.
it. Yeah. I mean, I feel like he told me it was like Kevin Smith, so I was like somewhat interested. I knew Johnny Depp played like a wild role in it, so I was eating that up. And
one way
I
to
love
describe
Justin Long. I love Justin Long. I loved him back in the day, and like
He's a
his-
2000 kid love. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
like
And a guy
comedy
that's-
roles. Him as Accepted. Like I love that movie too as a
Yeah.
kid.
He's so perfect as he could play the lovable loser or the most douchiest guy in the world. Like look at Barbarian.
And that's
Zack
why I
and
love
Miri
him
Make a
now
Porno.
at the,
Yeah.
this point of his of his career. Even like his small role in Weapons.
Yeah. Yeah. He's,
Like,
he's
I
just
just
the
wanna
lovable
keep
dad. Like,
seeing-
I don't know. Shay.
Yeah, I just want to
Yeah.
keep seeing Justin Long in these roles.
Yes.
And in here, yeah, he goes through the ringer. And oh my God, what's his name? Michael Parks, right? Rest
Yeah,
in
Michael
peace.
Parks, great Michael Parks.
Man, such a fucking cannonball performance. And that
Oh, yeah.
dinner scene when they're like doing the interview, like we were talking about, it's like 20 minutes long. He is just so fucking terrifying when he's like yelling, like when he's screaming for help and he's just like doing it back to him, just mocking him. It's just so intense.
When
It's
Justin
so
Long,
intense.
when the first time he like makes that noise, like, "Ah," and Justin's like, "You're fucked, man." And Parks is like he's getting more. He's like, "Ah," it's like he was going for it. He was not phoning it in. At least Michael Parks.
Absolutely, yeah, 100%. And then it goes to the point. Like while I was watching it, it's like, are they really gonna do the whole walrus thing? And yeah, they do. They do the 1v1 showdown, walrus form. It is an original movie for sure. It's very very unique. And yeah, I'm glad you guys saw it and we can talk about it. It felt like a punishment type movie. Nowhere near to the Serbian film levels. I would.
Yeah,
surmise.
I thought about going full meme when I won and picking that for everyone to watch. They could have bond together. I'm like, no.
That's rough. Oh my God.
So make sure I get some good draft picks next year, and I won't do that. But I'll go because I think I'm going to leave Mike last because I feel like he's bottling some thoughts. I've just seen his face, so I'm leaving Mike last on Tusk. I had seen Tusk because my relationship's weird with Kevin Smith, where I've seen a couple of movies younger, but that's like same thing. Didn't know who directors were, just saw his movies. And then I feel like in the 2000s, he's admitted this, like he kind of had a stage where he was just kind of annoying and he was just like very kind of pretentious. And I did not like Kevin Smith. And the only time I circled back to Kevin Smith was when I saw the first season of Daredevil because he got the screener early. No one, because it was a binge drop, no one had reviewed Daredevil yet and was talking about it. So that's how I found my way back, because he reviewed the first season of Daredevil. And then I started like his podcast more, and then I kind of found out that he kind of admitted like, yeah, he was kind of a jerk at this point and changed some stuff. And so I was like, okay. And there's still some stuff in his filmography I need to get back around to seeing. But I was in the situation where like, okay, I'm a bit more warmer up to him. And I'd heard about this movie before I saw it. And at that point when I heard it, it was on one of those like worst films of this year. Like it's on all those type of lists, like worst film that decade. So the first time I watched it, I think I just was like prepped and I did not think it was that bad. I don't know if I'd have to look at the year it came out and everything and think about it, but I can see why if someone said this is the worst movie they've ever seen, I would not argue them. Okay, I could understand your point of view. I don't necessarily like this. I think I plan this probably to be my last watch. I don't know if I'll come back around. Like Michael Parks is good in it, but I'll just watch Kill Bill or some other stuff he's done in the past. You know, like I don't know. So the first time I watched it, thought, oh no, I think I actually like this more than a lot of other people. I appreciate that it is original. I do appreciate that he went for it with the walrus. I actually appreciate the sad ending. I actually like the ending of the movie when his friends look at him and he's just a fucking sad walrus and whatnot. But then I think this time,
do the yell.
And I do like, and I appreciate the passion, because I love in the credits when they play the podcast of him and Scott Mosier talking about what if they did that. And now that we've done this, me, Kirklin, and Taylor have been in that situation where like we talk about stuff. I think this has shown me the dangers of that though, and you got to find that scope of like a stupid fun idea and like, hey, what's an actual story idea? So I think this time though, watching it, I was like, yeah, I don't even know if I enjoyed it the first time, but I think I just went in with so many people telling me this is one of the worst things I've ever seen. And I was like, I think I've seen worse to this time. And this is probably like 9 years later. I was like, you know what? This was hard to get through. It felt long. And it also definitely, I think this was like a full 2 hours, or was it hour 40, whatever it was definitely could have been. It could have been cut down for sure. Like we talk about that scene, multiple stuff. You didn't need the whole storyline of his girlfriend sleep with Haley Joel Osment. Like that went nowhere. Like there's so much stuff that just, I don't know. I like Justin Long, so that helps. And there's some funny stuff I like. Another scene that's just fucking brutal. Oh my God. The flashback of Johnny Depp and Michael Parks, take that all out. That scene, I feel like I'm being waterboarded. It goes on
the porch.
Yeah, on the porch. It's not funny. It's stuff that I know that Kevin Smith, and this is at the era where he was doing a lot of
Gregory Gumtree.
Yeah, I knew he was laughing his fucking ass off. Go listen to those episodes with him and Scott Mosier and listen to Scan BC. He will laugh about the stupidest shit, which all of us do, but this was him putting on film, and it's like, we don't like this joke, but he keeps going. So this film, I think even like 115 could be like way more like palpable, but here, it was, more of a tough watch. I think I still like give it like a 50% pass just based on like passion, creativity. Like that's about it. But like I would just give it that like a 5 out of 10 for me. So yeah. Clay, what was your experience with Tusk? Was it your first time, second time?
It's been a while now, like since I watched this. It was my first time watching it, but I'm trying to recollect my thoughts. And I remember thinking the first 20 minutes were kind of funny, and then I remember hearing about this movie like back in, I don't know, maybe I was in middle school when this came out, and I remember like this was one of those like there's this
2014
and okay, yeah, so late no, high school,
early high school
at that point. Yeah, high school. So yeah, I remember like this was in that same camp of like Human Centipede and Two Girls in One Cup and like all that stuff. Like, oh, have you seen this shit? It's wild. And I never fired it up back then. So yeah, watching it as an adult by myself was an annoying experience. Like, what is this shit? It was kind of funny for the first 20 minutes, and then it was so drawn out, and there's so much yelling, and yeah, I don't know, like nothing is satisfying whatsoever. And you take Justin Long is really good at a lot of things. You cripple him and you don't let him do anything. You just make him yell like a maniac. Like you just basically cut out Justin Long. I'm like, what are you doing? I love Justin Long. Stop.
Yeah, you almost could put like a worse actor in that role and save him for something else. Like I get he has to be in the beginning, but it's like the beginning is not that long. And talk about like jump scares. We're talking about the people in this movie. Always forget, like I get why, because her dad's in there, but Lily Rose Depp just pops up and it's just so crazy. Like she's in here and then like, 10 years later she'll be in Nosferatu giving this like all-star performance, but you're watching her here, it's like, man, like not to be mean, but I'm good thing you got away from Smith in this era. I think like they still did yoga hosers,
daughters in there too.
Yeah, Harley Quinn. Yeah,
I think they're best friends in real life too.
Yeah, I think they're close, and I think that's how him and Johnny met, and that's how I think that was the case, that she's in this movie, and somehow Johnny's like, oh, like they heard, and they start talking about, and he became the detective and everything. So yeah, there's something. Maddie, your thoughts on Tusk?
I'll be on an island on this one, boys. I unapologetically enjoy this movie.
He's too Canadian. He likes it,
It's the second time I've watched it, but it's been a while. I think I watched it. You said it came out in 14. I think I
2014.
watched it either 15 or 16. So not too long after. It falls apart a bit in the third act, but I genuinely enjoy the build-up. Once he turns into the walrus, from there, kind of goes downhill in terms of enjoyment. But like the first half of it, I genuinely enjoy it, even when it's just the two of them talking, it gets wacky, and his yelling as a walrus is super annoying, but it's a good time. Besides, and Mike's gonna get to it, but when a certain character shows up, again, it kind of there's some scenes that I check out a bit, but for the most part, it was enjoyable. It was. I don't hate it. I gave it like a 3.5, so it's pretty high.
Whoa, 3.5.
Hell yeah.
It's a good time,
75%, baby.
When Kirklin named it, I was excited. I was like, you know what, I'm due to rewatch this, and I got the vibe from Kirklin, exactly what he described, that he was just out for blood, and he as soon as he won that pool, he instantly had Tusk fucking loaded up and ready. He's like, you guys are all well, you're gonna watch this and sit through this. He was ready to go. So I
knew at least somebody had never heard of it before, and that's like, if you can get somebody to watch this that had never seen it or like heard it or looked into it at all, and you
John
just
sounded like that was said John. You said John on big time. He has no idea what he's getting into.
When he said that, he's like, never heard of it. I'm like, I was frothing at the mouth.
Even Sam, I think gave it a pretty low score. When he,
I should try to find. Yeah, we should try to find his review. He had to leave us, so.
Do you want to read it off?
No, you can. I don't have it right now. If you have it, yeah.
So you gave it 1 star, so 1 out of 5.
Yeah.
He gave it less than me.
Really enjoyed Justin Long for half an hour. Great humor. Then he goes, "That's where it ends for me. A great punishment film. If you want to annoy somebody." So that was. So you enjoyed the first act, at least, and then it goes when it gets wacky. That's where it loses some people for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Have you seen Yoga Hosers, Maddie?
No, that's why I was waiting for Mike to go. But Mike, after your rant, you're gonna have to tell me how this compares to Yoga Hosers. Like which one do you think is worse? That's what I'm curious to know.
Yeah, Mike, the floor is yours.
Okay, so I was a big Kevin Smith fan. I watched all the old Universe movies. Yes, Mallrats, Clerks, all those stuff. It was good
quintessential
fun,
geek movies.
Yeah, I would watch those. I would have like a bunch of like rotation movies I would put on in the background while I was playing video games. Those would be some of them.
Yeah,
and then he went weird when he did Red State, which was not terrible, but just a weird move for him. And then when he announced Tusk, I was like, okay, it sounds like he's blending kind of the horror and the comedy together. Let's see what he does. Watched it when it came out on I guess it wasn't streamed back then. I watched it somehow. I don't remember how. It wasn't in theaters. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about magic tricks before with the Prestige. This movie is a magic trick because for the first half of this movie, he genuinely makes you think you're watching something good. I was invested. I like Justin Long. Michael Parks comes out of nowhere and gives a better performance than this movie ever deserved. I actually like the dialogue and that scene you're talking about. It goes on for too long. I liked how they committed to the bit, and I appreciated that.
Yeah.
Then we meet Guy Lapointe, played by Johnny Depp, in what is, I would dare to say, the most I've hated a fictional character in my entire life. My blood boiled every time he was on screen. That scene where it's him and Michael Parks, who is, for some reason, playing a weird Simple Jack type character, and they are just going back and forth for what feels like endless minutes. I am ready to things I can't say here, but it is, without question, if I had to make a list of the top 3 worst scenes in cinema history, that scene would be on it. It was pure, unmitigated torture.
It feels like you're in purgatory. Like you're just like, remember Jack Sparrow at World's End when he's stuck in that like area? That's what that scene's like. You're just stuck there forever.
Davy Jones' locker.
Johnny Depp deserves every bad thing that happened to him after making this movie. For only this movie, he should have had his bed shat in every night for the rest of his life for giving us this character. It is horrendous. Nothing after can save this movie. I give it a 1.3 just because that first half managed to be somewhat entertaining. Fuck Guy Lapointe.
Did he win a Razzie for it? Do you think?
He definitely should have. That was embarrassing what he did in that movie.
I totally thought during the first half that the girlfriend was the gal from Andor and Hitman. and it's not. Like
Adrian
she completely got market corrected by Adrian. Like, it's not her. I was like, oh shit, I feel like an asshole.
So in 2014, Maddie, Johnny Depp was nominated for a Razzie, but it was for The Lone Ranger. Not this movie. The nominees were the winner was Jane Smith for After Earth. It was Johnny Depp, The Lone Ranger, Ashton Kutcher in Jobs, Adam Sandler in Grown Ups 2. Yeah, and then Sylvester Stallone for Bullet to Heads, Escape Plan, and Grudge Match. So there you go.
Oh, he got multiple movies, but Johnny Depp didn't. Really, no one, because no one watched Tusk. That's the problem. Or else they would have seen it.
See, that's why though a lot that took out that year. Oh wait, actually no, I guess I'm in the wrong year, right? 2014. That'd probably be talking about 2013, right?
Or 15.
I think.
Or 2015, yeah.
15, yeah.
Yeah, because the winner that year was movie 43. That's okay. Yeah, so let me go to 2015. So I apologize. Maybe I was wrong there. Let's see if he made it in that.
I don't
year.
think he's gonna be in.
No, because I think it was so under. No, Adam Sandler was back. No, it was.
He's back.
I've never heard of this. Kirk Cameron won for worst actor for Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas. What the fuck is that?
That was probably some kind of religious movie.
Add it to their Christmas list.
Yeah, Nicolas Cage for Left Behind, Kellen Lutz for The Legend of Hercules, Seth MacFarlane, A Million Ways to Die in the West, and then Adam Sandler for Blended. And then the worst films that year were, the winner was Kirk Cameron's Saving Christmas, I'll bring it up, Left Behind, The Legend of Hercules, Transformers Age of Extinction, and the live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh, I feel like I've seen this Kirk poster. Oh, I don't like this. This is bringing some bad thoughts into my mind.
You've seen it? You've seen the movie?
Just the poster, not the movie. I'm not seeing this movie, Maddie. Like,
what the fuck?
Oh yeah. If I win next year, that's.
Oh no! Was he Jesus? Was he Jesus or something?
Don't get any ideas.
Oh well, yeah, yeah. Fuck! I should have showed Kirklin this. When it's gonna come up, but yeah. So, Mike, to his question, how does Yoga Hosers compare to this? Which maybe could come up in the next couple of years as I tried. Did you ever see that one?
No, I haven't seen Yoga Hosers.
Okay, so yeah, no, I saw it. So we could be talking about in the next 5 years here. So.
As a movie, pound for pound, it's definitely 100% worse than Tusk. There's nothing redeemable about that movie whatsoever. Austin Butler, that's one of his early roles.
It is.
I'm happy he got saved from that, though. So, but I will say, nothing in Yoga Hosers is worse than that one scene in Tusk.
That's fair. No, I agree with that, and that's just like Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith just really wanted to play a Nazi bratwurst as well too. Like he had so much fun doing that. I don't know if it's fun watching it. I've seen it once. I barely remember it, and I thought it was like, I think that's why too. It's like it's bad, but there is, like you said, there's nothing even good memorable.
There's no Michael Parks in there, which is what saves Tusk.
Yeah, so you don't have any of that, and like I get it. Kevin Smith has an obsession with Canada. This is my point. Whereas a Canadian say like. Sure, there's maybe some places like that, but this is definitely like Kevin Smith's like what he thinks Canada is all the time. Like he's been to a couple places in Canada, and he thinks it's all like I'm saying the word about. None of us are saying the word of fucking a boot, and all the way like the shops with all the like the well maybe there's some anti-American stuff now, but back then at this point of like we don't have the blue, we just did the red and white, like all the stuff that Kevin Smith has like created in his like multiversus Canada. It's like
and if you think Justin Long is bad in Tusk, he is way worse in Yoga Hosers.
Because it's Yoga Hosers.
He plays the yoga instructor.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Hey, Haley Joel Osment plays a Nazi in it.
Have you seen this, Clay?
Oh God.
Well, I would wait because again, you might have to next year. Yeah,
Clay, if you didn't like Austin Butler and caught stealing, you're gonna hate him in this.
Oh fuck yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, awesome. Yeah. No, but it's just it is a bad movie. It's just like forgettable.
It's just before the Elvis though, right? If it's
way before. Yeah.
It was back in the CW days.
So I might like it.
Yeah. Kevin Smith had him when he had the talent. He got a hold of him then. But it's probably for the best. He has a new Moose Jaws. I'd still like to see it one day, but
I'd say he bounced back from that period.
I think so, but I wonder if he's happy because I feel like. It feels like that Hollywood thing where it's the Michael Keaton Birdman thing where he's trying to be a new artist and they're like, hey, when you doing Birdman? He's like, well, I think we're doing like a number 2 or something. Like we're talking about like Kevin Smith did all this stuff that he was passionate about, but then he just went back to like, okay, well, I'm going to do like another Jay and Silent Bob and then I'm going to do another Clerks and now, well, I'm doing another Jay and Silent Bob.
He was pretty passionate about Clerks 3 though. I heard a couple of his interviews about that and it was something that he really wanted to do.
I think especially because he tied that a lot to his heart attack, right? Because he said the original script was super dark. So I agree with you on that one. I just worry
is dark.
Like, yeah,
I just got some motion to it.
I just worry that is he just like can he only get financed for the like, oh, you make it another movie in your universe? Like, yeah, I'm doing that. I yet though have not seen that movie he made in the theater though. I've not seen that where it's like
it was okay.
Was it okay? Yeah, I haven't
5
seen.
o'clockers or something.
Yeah,
the 4:30 movie is what's called.
Yeah, isn't it supposed to be like Mallrats in the theater, kind of, right? In a way.
It's the one of his movies I haven't seen yet. So.
Yeah, me either. I just feel like I'd have to see, like, because is it like very like young person type of movie? I just feel like he can't. I'm not trying to be mean, but like he can't like talk about that generation. Like he's not the Mallrats and Clerks. That was his era. Like he was really like in tune that. Where now he's making movies about young people. It's like I don't think this is the right camp for you. Right? He's doing Dogma too, apparently. So
that I'm interested in.
Yeah. Why does this IMDb say Moose Jaws came out? It has a rating and everything. It already says it came out, but then the post is coming soon. People have rated it 5.3 on IMDb, but it's not even out.
I don't know. He had that NFT movie too.
Oh, right. Yeah. But yeah, right now he's doing Dogma 2, Jay and Silent Bob, Star Wars, Sam and Twitch, which I don't think is happening, and then Twilight of the Mallrats. So, but again, it's all like
all
the hits and stuff, right? Yeah. So that's why I hope he's happy. I hope it's not just like this is all you can do now because you did. He like should be in director's jail for Tusking Yozers, right? But it's because he has such a following. That's why he's not, because people will come out to those movies. But most directors, like look at Gore Verbinski. He directs the fucking what was the last? Was it Lone Ranger or something else? And he's finally.
Yeah.
It was that and Lone Ranger back to back, and then he's finally has a movie coming out this week. You know, like some directors that like Patty Jenkins, like she's gonna be tortured for another 10 years for Wonder Woman 2, which she shouldn't be, but it's like, yeah, but you did Wonder Woman 2, so like we're not gonna greenlight this
with
movie,
Kevin Smith. The one project you're forgetting is Cop Out, which he did before he went to the Tusk and Yoga Hosher stuff. Yeah, and I think that was his bottom point because he hated making that movie. I saw one of his like long talks where he goes on stage and he described he hated working with Bruce Willis. He hated making that movie, and I think that's really what broke him on the big studio stuff. So after that, he was like, if I'm going to make a movie, I'm going to make it cheaper, but on my terms.
Well, and I think it was both ways. I think it broke him, and I think it broke him for them because he said that's the only movie he's ever directed that he didn't write, so he didn't like that. But also, I think a lot of people that time did not like the way he talked about the filming of that stuff. That's at the same time I remember that him and Affleck had a falling out because he would like just talk about stuff him and Affleck were talking about on the like he'd make like jokes about like him and Jennifer Garner on his podcast and on these late night things, and he's like, dude, you can't like be talking about my marriage like in front of everybody. And I think I'm sure he doesn't regret all that stuff, but I think in the studios too, they're like, man, we're not going to hire Kevin Smith if he's going to go on and just like skewer us about like, oh, this was bad. Like, I feel like it wasn't that long after the movie came out. He's already talking about like he did not like the movie. And I think as a director, you should say it to maybe like years later. Maybe then you can kind of, but if people are still trying to sell this movie and it's a year, and I know him and Bruce Willis had it falling out, and then they figured it out after the fact because before
it's not just like a Nia DaCosta situation with the Marvels where she was like, oh well, it wasn't a movie I wanted to make, but it was still, you know, it was a job. But he came out really, really against it. He was bad mouthing it to any chance he got.
Plus, to be honest, I bet Nia DaCosta got paid more than Kevin Smith for the Marvels. That's why I feel like it's much easier for her to be like, yeah, it's not really my movie, but I'm still friends with Kevin Feige. I love Kevin, you know, like got me that check, you know, like
sign my checks.
Yeah, like that's definitely I like the approach that she took. Like, yeah, doesn't mind, but like shit happens, and I move on to the next one. And then she makes 28 years later Bone Temple, you know, and that's a great movie. So
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, so, that's a cool story. I'm excited for whatever she does next.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I didn't see the Henna movie with Tessa Thompson. I want to, but I feel like it's gonna fall into my backlog of movies. Yeah, I've heard. I think I've heard like the movie's good to find, but like Tessa Thompson's good in it. But like, I worry I won't have time to watch it. But I don't know if she has anything else announced. I'm really worried between the Marvels and Bone Temple that studios aren't gonna give her a shot anymore at big stuff because I feel like they just look at that. And they're like, because now she's doing 2 TV shows, and those could be great, but sometimes I worry that happens to directors that have a couple bombs. Like, you can go direct TV for a couple, like 10 years. Like that happened to Patty Jenkins. She directed Monster. Charlize Theron won an Oscar, and she didn't direct a movie since then to Wonder Woman. Like, I don't know how that happens in Hollywood, right? And Monster was a good movie, so it's like she was in director jail for like a Academy Award movie. So I don't know how it works sometimes. So,
Travis, let me get a pic of your background before we wrap up.
Oh yeah.
Just duck out that. Thank you.
I can also drop in the NFL Discord. Well, if you want a clear one, yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Taylor's on his vacation, so I didn't want to bug him for a Photoshop or anything like that. But I've been stewing on this one ever since I won that bet. I'm like, I'm gonna make this photo for sure. But I haven't decided when, Kirkland, but eventually that pizza's gonna happen. So we'll see.
Next time I see you.
No, when is that? That's like next week. No, I'm
yeah.
No, I'm still doing some dining. There's a chance I might wait till like GV Day because at that point Kirkland
it expires by then. Actually,
no, there's no fucking rules on the expiration date. That's a lie. No, I feel like it might be good because at that point I think you and I will cash in our pizza with Dylan and Taylor, so we could just kind of like a big pizza. You can pay for the pizza, but I'll share. We get like 3 larges and whatnot.
Go double or nothing.
Double or well, he has to find something. I'm down for double or nothing, but we got to find something to bet. I feel like Kirkland is now a little
After
iffy
Joe
on some
Burrow
bets
gets
right
traded to the Vikings, then I'll make my bet again that we'll make the playoffs next year.
Wow, yeah. I will drop it at some point. I gotta find the picture, but again, as always, everyone, thanks for being in the Discord and thanks for doing this. But then also big thank you to Maddie, who is just running all the polls. You the Survivor poll this year and whatnot. So
yeah,
it's a fun time. It definitely makes me way more I think somehow indirectly you made me a Seahawks fan, not just because of the Kirkland meme, but because of the draft. And I'm following their players. I'm like, you know what? I actually like these guys and I like this team. So it's like somehow that just kind of happened. So a big thank you to you that can do all that stuff. And I'm looking forward to next year and see what happens and see if you can 2-peat or see if there'll be a new winner. And
yes, sir.
Yeah, and if Detail loses again, we should make him watch Suburban film again. Making like a yearly tradition.
We're running it back.
Making a yearly tradition. Just Detail every February. He's just sitting there watching
regular
this damn
speed
film.
this time. No,
regular. Actually, speed. No, low, slower, negative.
And it's always a different website.
It's gonna be Clockwork Orange, where his eyes are just taped open.
That's gonna be you. We're making on GV Day. We're making one of the stretch goals for our if we Kirkland's gonna have to watch the Terrifier if we hit it. So I hope we hit it. We'll see what happens. But that will have a camera. That's gonna be cameras on Kirkland though. We're gonna be watching together, and I can't wait because he hates torture porn, and that is like the tippy top of some stuffs there. So, but no, everyone, thanks for listening, thanks for playing, and I'm looking forward to next year. And like I said, hopefully next year I want to try and do one in the middle of the season, but we just got busy, so hopefully we can. But if not, this has been a great system, and we'll see what movie we talk about and see what happens. And until next season, it won't be boring. And you guys have a good rest of your weekend.
It was nice to see you guys.
Yeah,
take
see
care,
you guys. Yeah,
take care.
Bye.
Ciao, guys.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Thanks for having me.
No worries.